evening. How's it going? Hope everyone is doing well. Let's flip to that. Welcome to episode 4. Furious. 5 months. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Let's find the right thing. Do that. And then let's do that. Rando, why don't you tell us what happened last session?
Okay. So, we started last session kind of right after the main action from before of the battle at the outpost in the swamp. And we went ahead and, with minimal torture, interrogated our captive cultist. Didn't learn a whole lot other than that they can sort of tell if we enter the pyramid area through some means. In that process, something kind of pressed into my mind and saw everything about our plans and intentions, so that's cool. We basically just abandoned everything there, including we abandoned the donkey in the woods in the swamp, and then heard some loud footsteps, maybe a giant or something coming from the north, so we fled the swamp. Nothing notable on the return journey until we got into town. I could tell we were being followed, watched, something. So I think it was Temerity. Yeah, wait. Who used darkness? I think it was Temerity. In the center of an intersection, so that we could duck into an alley to try and get away from whoever or whatever was watching or following us. A guard that approached us that had noticed, seeing the spell cast, and Saradur was able to convince them that we were harmless and let us go, using some celebrity power there, and offering a blanking autograph for the guard's daughter, Esme. And after that, then we, feeling good that we lost our tail, made our way back to the headquarters, did an info dump with them as to what had happened, and they're sending more people to investigate the swamp further. But our plan continues to attempt to head in. After Breck was very sick from sampling the goods out in the swamp, ended up going to an apothecary for a cure, got an amulet that should help with that in a couple hours, some other goodies, and then headed off to Saradur's house to spend the night, to get an early start, heading into the more restricted areas. And then there was a knock at the door, and our friend Guard, the Saradur fan, was there, but then kind of hulked out into whatever this thing is, ripped the door off, and here we are.
And here you are, standing outside Saradur's house, the door flung away from its hinges, the night kind of drawing in around you. And yeah, I just need you all to roll initiative, please. So if I get rid of that and press that.
Oh, get rid of my character. What? There it is.
I'm so sorry.
Oh wow, that was on a whole new level of unnecessary.
I'm so sorry.
I guess I'll remove them all for you, shall I?
I can't remove them, otherwise I would have done it.
I don't know what you've done. I can't see it.
She added about 56 temerities to the combat.
All the times.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So before the combat gets going, you all pile out of the house, and as you sort of prepare yourself for battle, the transformed guard, now gigantic creature that's kind of skin is blue, glassy, kind of mottled and sort of disfigured, teeth sharp and pointed, eyes wide and yellow, a sort of perpetual laugh on its face. It kind of pulls its hands out wide and pulls them down, and as it does, a veil of darkness surrounds it, and you are all engulfed in darkness. Which should appear any moment now. And then okay. And then we begin the combat.
Okay, so we are in darkness, all three of us. I'll just try and move out of it. I can't move. Game's still paused.
No, it's not.
No, it's not anymore. Yeah, I move out of it. I can't see where the darkness starts and where the darkness ends. I'm gonna assume it's the white circle. So
It seems to have inverted the darkness because, yeah, that white circle is supposed to be invisible for everything. Well, that's a good start. So everything in that circle is invisible. Is like dark.
okay. So I'll just move out as far as I can forwards. Okay, and then I found it. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 feet movement, and I see it and I'm like, oh, that's great. What the hell is going on? And then I just, out of instinct, I attack it with an unarmed strike. Is it rolling? No.
That misses.
Okay, and then I do it again.
Okay. Um, 24 does hit.
And then bonus action, flurry of blows. Oh, hold on.
That also hits. Okay.
And
okay.
I get to do another one because flurry of blows is 2, right?
I mean, you know this. It's not a question, is it?
It is a question, I forgot. But yeah, it's 2. That doesn't hit, I assume.
Nope.
Yeah, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Following up straight from you, you give it a good 1-2, and as you as you end your turn and having given it a good few hits, it just immediately retaliates. It reaches behind its back and pulls out what looks just to be a pole, and the more it pulls out, you see it on the end is just like this curved silver steel blade, and it just swings it down on you, and oof, kind of what it does. Oh, this overlay thing is so big. Don't like it. For 23.
Yep.
And oof. You then take 18 points of slashing damage from it as it swipes down and catches you straight into the shoulder and down your chest, and then immediately it retaliates with another strike straight returning upwards. For another 23. 25 even. There we go. You take 22 points of slashing damage on the return hit as the swing comes straight up and catches you sort of underneath the chin, and you have just like slashes of blood now pouring down your chest, neck and stomach. It is then going to bonus action disengage, and it's going to start climbing up onto the roof of this building here, which hilariously you can't see, but it's here. So it's now above you by 15 feet, and is out of your reach. Saradur.
Yes. For the hits that it took, would it need to roll for the darkness, or was that like a magical darkness? A different type of darkness?
Wouldn't.
Oh, I don't know.
No, because you can't actually see it.
Okay. Okay.
So it's difficult to tell because you can't see it. But for the sake of mechanics, no.
Okay. But I guess I hear the fighting. Unless it didn't deafen us as well, did it? Just blinded us.
You're just blind.
So I would have heard Temerity about 20 feet away in that direction there. So I might probably head towards where I heard the noise. So that's 15 feet of movement to get to there. That's 15 feet in the air. Is it on the roof already? Or is it
Yeah,
on
he's
the
literally
side?
perched on the roof, kind of essentially squatting. His hands are on top of his knees, and he's got this grin on his face that kind of extends up and around his face, like up to his ears, basically.
Okay. What can I really do? Range. I was all getting ready with stuff, and then you went on the building. That's not fair, is it? What's my movement? I think it's only 30. It is 30. And I guess, like, how tall's the building? The building is 15 feet, and then that's where their feet starts on the roof, is it?
Yeah, basically. So it's it is just like a one-story building, and he's just climbed up almost with ease. Like it's just sort of 1-2 grab pull, and now he's just perched himself up there.
Okay. I guess I can see that Temerity is a little bit damaged.
He is looking very, very rough. Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't showed like a thing in the. Oh, I can't see the overview. There we go. Okay, yeah, you're a bit hurt. I will then, cause, I mean, I got a javelin, but it's kind of like not too much point. I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
We'll do a second level. Sure.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
That's terrible.
I mean,
Better than nothing.
it's better than nothing, exactly.
Doodly do. I guess I could wait here because I could probably can't really get stuff getting closer to climb up until next round. Although you might get hit again. This gives the opportunity. I take one instead. I guess the 5, 10, I take another 15 then in this direction to get close to the house to maybe attack next time. Yeah.
Okay, Breckec.
You
didn't roll a 1, I'm proud.
Yeah, close. So been a while since I've played a caster. I can use a bonus action spell so long as my action is not a. If my action is a spell, it must be a cantrip.
Mhm.
Is that?
It works
If
both ways. As long as you can only use a spell and a cantrip in a turn.
So then, second question: if I cast not a cantrip, or sorry, if I cast a cantrip when I bonus action the spell, can I upcast it as part of that bonus action, or only at its base level?
No, you can upcast it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So, I mean, same logic. I heard screams and whatnot. Trying to decide if I would break left or right as I kind of ran outward. Prior to hearing that, I was assuming I would run this way. But hearing action over that way and not knowing necessarily how far, I think I would maybe just kind of run straight away from the house. Until hey, vision. Seeing Temerity still looking pretty messed up. I guess I would go ahead and Sacred Flame at our new friend here.
Sacred Flame?
If I can, there we go. Roll my damage just in case you.
We'll get there eventually. The laptop is very slow. I'm pretty sure he fails.
Hey, so 9 radiant damage there.
Oh, 9. Okie dokie.
And then I will bonus action, second level healing word, Temerity.
Okie dokie.
If I can figure out how cast at second level.
Don't forget how you're targeting it. Good. Okay. 9 more points. Back to Temerity. Is that your turn?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so he's now looming 15 feet above me. I am going to try this. I'm expecting it to spectacularly fail, but it's fine. I'm going to use Water Whip, which means it's a DC 11 saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, shit, sorry. I did critical hit. I'm going to roll that again.
Good job.
Accidentally clicked the wrong set. It's a roll 3d10. $70 points of bludgeoning damage. And I am knocking it. Actually, no. I'm gonna pull it down from the roof.
Okay.
I'm going to pull it down from the roof towards me.
All right. So you pull it down off the roof, and it lands, and it manages to land on its feet. Kind of just about righting itself as it comes down, but it is back down on the floor with the three of you. Yeah.
Nice. Poor Breckec, though.
And then, that was my action, and then it's next to me, right? Then I'm gonna do bonus action 1 unarmed strike. $18?
That does hit, yes. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Well. It's going to bonus action disengage again, stepping this way. And then I need You're all gonna have to make a saving throw, I'm afraid.
Sorry. You get plus. Wait, only temerity.
Mm-hmm.
Gets +4 to that.
Mm-hmm.
From me.
Just save me.
Mm-hmm. No, it already puts it in there. Look. +2, +1, +4.
Oh yeah, I was about to say yeah. Okay, no, didn't save me.
So it's really cool that it automatically does it, but unfortunately you do fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do I.
Okay. So those who fail take 29 points of cold damage, and succeed, you take half that of 14. As it steps away, and with ease, it sort of has this unnatural looking hop to its movement, where as it turns to step away, it's almost like hopping from foot to foot, and it moves about 20 feet away to a point where it can turn, and you just see its arm turn to ice, and then it shoots out towards you, and it's just like a conical direction, and engulfs a lot of you. Breckec, surprisingly hardy. You're used to extreme conditions. You're able to deal with the cold. You don't take as much damage from it. But Saradur and Temerity, you are engulfed, and you are essentially frozen solid. You are still able to move, although I think Temerity is down.
No.
Oh?
I have 7 left.
Okay, fair. Good. And under its, well, not even under its breath, it's just gonna shout towards you all. If you give up now, I'll let you live.
Always wanted to join a cult.
Saradur.
I don't know if we're supposed to be giving up, though. It doesn't seem like... It seems quite tough. I don't know if we can really discuss this in the middle of a fight, really.
He attacked us out of the blue, so
Right.
I don't know. There's no conditions we know about.
Maybe just clumsy and accidentally ripped the door frame off.
Just 100% out here gaslighting you.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of this. But equally, that was a big amount of damage that move there was. Big amount of damage. I don't want to start chatting to it and be like, oh, shall we then just waste a turn? It's like gutted. I've got it jug in.
You're far and fast enough to run away. Just leave us to die. Who are we?
No, okay. Okay, I'll go at it.
Okay.
I guess. That's 25 of my movement. I'll say it. Considering you just came in and attacked us out of nowhere, why should we trust you? And I'm gonna bonus action cast. I think it's Thunderous Smite I want.
Okay.
Oh, look, Thunderous Smite. Yep. So cast that because my idea is that hopefully it makes loud enough noise that guards might turn up as well. But also I might best knock it prone.
Okay.
We'll see. And then I'm gonna swing my first attack. Hopefully
18 does hit.
noise.
So it rolls its strength saving throw. For an 18. No, it doesn't. More than less than that. 12.
12. What did you need?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it'll be your spell save DC.
15.
15. Okay. There we go. So it gets pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Okay, and I'll do damage that first attack plus 2 extra d6 for the thunder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now it wants me to do the same thing.
Okay. 2d6. This is the thunder damage.
Okay.
Okay.
It is now out of your range.
I realised that now. For my second attack.
Yeah.
But it is prone at least.
It is prone. It's true.
I can move 5 more. Although, can I? Right. There's an ability I keep forgetting I've got, but I've got it.
Okay.
For being a cat person. Where are you? Where you gone? Feline agility. When you move in your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move.
You did already use it.
Feline agility?
Yeah.
When?
At the end of last session, you clicked it. And I don't remember whether you said, oh, I need to use this, or I'm going to use this. Or whether it was oh, look what I have.
I think I was saying, yeah, I think it was when we explained what we had at the end of the thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Because you just got it, didn't you?
Yeah. As long as you move 0 feet on your next turn, you get it back again.
Okay.
So if I wanted to move 5, if I use that now, I've got 5 feet left. Would that mean I got 10 feet left?
Does it double your remaining movement?
It just doubles my speed. So I guess I could means I got 60 feet instead of 30, I guess. But I just need 10 feet. So either way it'd work.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you were to say like if I'm using it now, I'll just double the remaining. That'll still be 10 feet, and I've got 5 left.
I think it doubles your movement.
Just to 60 instead of so 35 left. Okay, I'll just gonna use 10 anyway, just to get closer.
Mm-hmm.
And then use my second attack. So I'll make sure I use that as well. Sorry, make sure I used ability. There we go. And then I get advantage because it's down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Prone. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Advantage.
That does hit.
Advantage.
Okay.
Probably upset this think a little bit now, haven't I? Well, I think that's all I'm going to do. I think I'm good. Sorry, it's a bit of a long turn then. I was trying to work out everything.
Imagine taking time to work out what you need to do.
Just about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is that your turn?
Right.
Yeah, I've ended you. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, I saw that they both got hit pretty hard from the ice. So I think I'm just gonna kind of, how far am I? Maybe I will move very slightly to the side, and keeping my distance a bit, and double up on the sacred flame.
Okay, that makes sense. It would be with disadvantage. Oh, it's not an attack roll, is it? It's just an ability.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, it's prone. It's disadvantage. It's not.
Yeah. So DC 16 dex save.
Still fails.
4 more damage there.
4 damage.
Bonus action cure wound, or sorry, healing word. Not at the Oni.
No, feel free to heal it. It's fine.
Just at first level to temerity.
You're only worth level 1 temerity.
It's fine.
He only values you at level 1. Okay, 8 points of healing back to you. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Okay, cool. For some reason on this character sheet, my key points are messed up. It says I only have 6, but I should have 7. But I just didn't count the first one for.
Well, no, you used a flurry of blows.
Yeah, no. In total, it tells me I only have 6.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't count the first one, and then I counted the next 2. So I have 4 left. I am using Fist of Unbroken Air, which means that Theone is getting attacked by wind. Oops. Saving throw 11 because I'm very weak. And on a success, it takes half damage, but I can't do anything.
Okay, so it takes 9 points of damage.
Yes, it takes 9 points of damage.
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like a normal unarmed strike, just as if she's hitting the air, and through her movement, she's pushing the air towards the target, the Oni, in this case. So it looks like a very quick sort of, and then she's pushing the air towards them. And then I can't do anything with my bonus action, and then I'm using my movement to move back as far as I can. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's my turn.
All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Hey, Saradur. You know how you're the closest person?
Yeah, where did Temerity go?
Literally just yeeted out of there. She's abandoned you. So it's still got its glaive in its hand. It's going to stand up, and it towers over you. It uses this. Oof. Which I've been forgetting to use. Has it actually done anything? I don't know, but that's fine.
Can it do that if it's taken?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it can. Disadvantage. But why?
Still says your prime thing, I think.
Oh, that'll be why. That's a well spotted there.
But you are a bit bigger than me, so maybe if you want to take this advantage, feel free.
No, be fine. I'll just swing again because there we go. Attack. Normal. That's 18.
Just hits.
Oh, just hits.
Just hits.
That's 18 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then it follows through with another strike.
Yeah, we're not hitting again, really.
No.
Oh,
It stands up and it swings down with the glaive, and it breaks through. You try and kind of move out of the way, but it glances and it does sort of scrape a whole bunch of skin off down your arm. But then with the second swipe, you manage to step backwards and kind of avoid the strike completely. And you manage to avoid any further damage. And with that, it is going to bonus action disengage and run off in this direction.
Half its movement getting up, or is it? How? I don't know how much movement it's got.
There.
Okay.
And it's kind of unusual, like sort of bow-legged waddle to it still. If it wasn't such a horrifying creature, it'd be quite funny to see. Saradur.
Now I've seen it do some nasty spell before. Do you play tactical? We should. Oh, I can't get behind the building now.
You don't have double movement. You don't have movement this time, do you?
I do. I get the feline thing back if I move 0 on a turn. It comes back again.
Right. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Yeah. So when you move your turn in combat, if you can double until the end of the turn. Once you use it, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns.
Nice. Okay. That's cool.
It's quite a useful thing.
Well, yeah. It's basically just a free dash for a turn, isn't it?
Yeah, and then if I get stuck in combat for a couple of rounds, I get it back. I feel like I need to move, so I'll do the 30 feet down to here.
Okay.
I could dash just to get a bit more cover, but I don't know.
Just
kind of behind it a bit.
Just leave Breck behind.
Well, no, I probably shouldn't. I'm going to use... Guaranteed way of getting myself some good healing points up would be my lay on hands pool. Because level 2 cure wounds could still be 7 hit points, and I don't really want that. Again, I'm going to use some lay on hands, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to use some available usage. No, I don't know how to use it. I'm using it. I'm just going to take off. I'm going to take off 20 points to heal myself 20. It said available usage. I don't want to use all of it.
Yeah, you can use any amount of that pool you like, whenever, basically.
Okay, so I've taken 20 off it. It hasn't really been very clear that I've got 10 out of 20 left. So now I've got 34 hit points. There you go. That's my action.
Okay.
Bonus action, I can just touch for that.
Where is Temerity?
She's like right along this street, basically.
Okay.
You probably can't see her because there's still darkness in the way.
If you can't see her, you don't know.
But there's also that.
Okay, I don't think that's going to work too well. Shield of Faith? Yeah, I'm going to use a quick Shield of Faith on myself as well.
Is that a bonus action?
A bonus action spell, yes.
Okay. Nice.
And I put it on the freaking creature again. Okay.
It's okay. The creature has lost it. You can put it on yourself.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to consume a spell slot, so we used one. There we go. Boom. I had that last. Okay. And I'm done.
And you're done. Now we come to Breckec. You are muted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I will shout. Oh wait, we're running away, and if I measured that. Run over my full movement to next to Saradur. I can now see Temerity again. 40 feet. Cool. Still have my line of sight, and that's also 45. I guess just on the way, Sacred Flame one more time on Batty.
Sounds like a plan. Let's see if I actually make the saving throw this time.
Great damage either way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my god, I succeeded.
But then I will bonus action. I will actually go ahead and use Mass Healing Word.
Oh, is that a bonus action as well? Healing Word is like one of the most broken spells in the game, guys. Legit.
And on all three of us. Oh boy, 6.
Staying on brand, rolling the ones.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how many sides the die has, I can find the one.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. I don't actually quite know what I'm supposed to have on potions. It says I have 3 potions, healing potions greater and 3 superior, but I think that's wrong. But I know I had at least. Yeah, because they didn't give me all of them back.
Like, so we had 5, 2, and 5, and I've got 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you should have 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm using a superior healing potion to heal myself.
Okay.
Nice. That's 36 I'm on now. And then I am using my movement, having regained a little bit of strength, to go firstly, there, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, until here. And that's my time.
Okay. As you take the healing potion, it's instead of like healing the wounds you've got and like healing the cold burns, it's almost like taking an energy drink that reinvigorates you and gives you another sort of lease of life, another burst of energy. And it's also kind of an anesthetic that stops quite so much of the pain that you're experiencing right now.
Okay.
But that's okay, because now the creature sees you alone and isolated, and it runs here. And I'm going to stop targeting Saradur and start targeting Temerity. And yeah, it's just going to wail with the glaive again, I guess.
Gonna struggle to get around to you in a turn.
Don't worry, you're okay. You're okay. Does 9 hit you?
Nope.
That's a shame. That one hits you though, doesn't it? 24 hits you. Urgh. See, I can hit you sometimes.
Can I use my... Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want to use my reaction, hellish rebuke.
Okay. So you still take...
Yeah.
You take the 17 damage and then you do your hellish rebuke for how much damage?
That I will tell you in a second, because it didn't show up for me for some reason.
Ugh. Imagine making me wait. Ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Nah, never. If you get to a certain point, you can press Shift, I think, or Control again, and you can like actually put waypoints.
Just left click while holding control. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, can we get through there?
That is an alleyway, yeah.
It's a saving throw anyway. Fuck me, and it's only a 9.
Hey, you never know. I mean, I succeeded, but you never know.
You would still take half damage.
Exactly, it's
also,
fine.
also, I don't know why, but it's still giving me all of the level 6 stuff because this is supposed to be 3d10 instead of 2, so I'm gonna roll it manually. So you take 12 fire damage. Yeah, 12 fire damage.
Nice. All right. Since most of its time was taken up by Yathina being having to work out her thing. No, I won't do that. I will just end my turn. Saradur.
Okay, so 15 feet of movement to get onto the roof. Would you say it's 15 feet high?
You have a climbing speed, so yeah, it's just it's just the 15 feet of movement to get up there.
Okay, and then I could. I just wondered how I get from this. If I got to there, would you allow me to run then try to jump and see how far I can get onto this building?
It wouldn't be too difficult. There's only a 5-foot gap, so you would just have to kind of, you know, not fail a really easy athletics check.
Well, I'm on top of the roof, but I can't elevate myself.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that for you. There you go.
Oh, I thought there was going to be more to the left. Now I'm on the roof, I can see better. I probably. Okay, so that's 15. Another 15.
I mean, either way, you're on the roof, which is a good vantage point anyway. So.
True. So that's the 30 feet. I'm thinking I might throw up a couple of these javelins. You know.
I mean, why not, right?
Multi-attack, does that count as throwing 2 javelins as well? I guess it does.
No.
No?
Multi-attack's only for melee, if I remember correctly.
Makes sense. Does
because
make sense.
I remember like archers and stuff can only shoot once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong. You know when you don't think you're wrong, but I might be.
You could fire more than one arrow around. Not that I'm debating it with you or anything, but I'm trying to remember back to things. Well, I'm going to throw a javelin, I think.
Seems fair.
One of my 5 javelins. Because I can't really heal or do anything else urgently. I could take a potion, but how much health have I got?
No, for you, multi-attack is 1 ranged, but your extra attack can also be a ranged, if that makes sense.
So that means...
Because you get two normal attacks.
Yep.
Which would be like sword or axe.
Yep.
And then you've got like extra attack, which could also be 2 or 2 axes. But for ranged, it's 1 javelin and then extra attack, another javelin.
Right. So I can only do 1.
I don't honestly know why it's like that, but
it's fine. That's fine with me. Oh, that's 7 to hit though. Launching this javelin. Oh.
Yep, definitely hits.
Don't know how much damage they really do. I can't divine smite on a javelin. Can I? It's melee, surely. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I wasn't honestly sure.
Magic javelin.
Could have been like a Zeus lightning bolt thing.
That's what I was hoping for.
Well, that's what the javelin of lightning's for. That's literally a thing. Okay, 8 points.
I can't really do much else up here, really. The next turn, I think I can get down there and do something, but movement done. My bonus actions are generally concentration. I've got bonus arm at the moment, so I'm gonna chill out here.
All right.
Right. So, seeing them both head that way, I guess.
Well, you don't know where
will-
Temerity is. You've just seen
Well,
Saradur.
I saw her around the building though.
Fair.
So I'm gonna round this way. Can I see him on the roof?
You saw him jump up. He's now out of sight.
Okay, so I did
Do you-
not see where he chucked the javelin.
No.
So I'm going around the back to there. How is our friend looking?
Disgusting. Unpleasant. It's difficult. It's not easy to tell. Like,
normally is pretty limpy anyway, but
you can see the signs of a battle on him, but he's not showing any signs of wear and tear. Like when the fight started, he was breathing heavily anyway, but now he does have like cuts and scratches and all sorts of spread around him. And like your sacred flames have certainly had an effect.
So one question, although I don't think this is actually going to affect what I do. Would I have had time to attune to that wand of polymorph? I think I have it marked as attuned, but we didn't.
I don't remember
we
how
have time?
long. I think
We
you
were
have.
attacked right when we arrived at the home.
Okay, so no.
Okay. One option off the table. That's fine.
That's Yathina's fault because I was about to allow you.
Sorry, but yeah, I mean, we went to the
Yeah,
shop,
yeah.
and then from the shop we went straight to Saradur's home, and then once we were there, there was a knock on the door. So
Okay.
Yep. So I'd like to do something more fun, but I think I can look over and see that Temerity's just gushing blood still from.
She does still look very injured, but she's also you can see like hardened or more hearty, sort of renewed vigor as a result of the healing potion.
She renewed vigor, but then she did take another slash, so
True.
she's looking energized but pretty badly cut. So I think I will just once again.
she's still smiling though. She's like, "Bring it."
I will once again sacred flame our friend, our new friend.
Our new friend.
Hey, that's better. Come on, fail save.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. And then bonus action, I will focus on temerity and healing word at
That's not what I wanted to do at all.
second level healing word again. And go. How long are we sticking around here? Are we running? Or are we fighting? I can't tell. I'm getting tired.
There are mixed signals here.
Yeah. Yep. And that's my turn.
Okay. We come back round to Temerity.
She's a little bit out of breath, but not a lot, and she just stares at the thing in front of her. "What do you even want?" And then she punches him again. With a strike. 13 doesn't hit, I assume. Yep. She does it again. She just punches him over and over again. Oh, nice.
Nice. Way to capitalize there, Yathina.
Hey, but you get to double the ones, so.
No. It's already. This is already the critical damage.
Oh.
2d6 plus 5 bludgeoning.
Okay, then I'm gonna spend my last key point to. Oh no, I have 2 left. I'm gonna spend one anyway to do flurry of blows.
Question: is it 1d6 for your unarmed strike?
Yes.
Oh, so they rolled 2 for your crit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Foundry does automatically when you do critical damage.
Okay.
So in this case, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, 2 more unarmed strikes.
Hits.
Nice. See, the normal one does the same amount of damage. And my last unarmed strike.
Hits.
Cool. Okay.
You were more effective when you didn't crit.
I know. I used my bonus action for flurry of blows. Yeah, I can't do anything else. That's my turn.
Okay. Having taken a whole bunch of hits, like you can physically see now, like the creature is kind of hunched over a bit. The breathing's got very heavy. There's slightly ragged as well, and it starts muttering under its breath in a language that you can't quite understand, Temerity.
Can I understand it?
You cannot. None of you can understand it. It's a very guttural kind of. It doesn't form words like you would understand. It's just mostly sounds. Sort of, it's difficult to explain. Very, like, overly simplistic. And casts invisibility on itself. And Temerity is turned invisible. That's not what I meant to do. But it turns invisible. And you all lose track of it. Invisible, yes. There we go. So I think
That's just unfair.
I think you can still see it, so I will do that. Breck. Make a perception check for me.
Any chance a trail of blood gets left behind?
As the creature turns invisible, your temerity reappears. You've got a fairly keen sense of tracking, especially in like underground situations, and you feel like you don't see it. There is no blood, but you feel like you get a sense somehow through maybe the tremors of the footsteps or just like the slightest sounds that it's heading away in this direction. But once it gets to like this corner here, it disappears from your level of perception.
Can I tell with that? Like I hear his. I've noticed his odd leaping gait. Does it sound similar to when he leapt onto the roof back?
You don't notice
prior?
that, no.
Okay.
Saradur, you see the creature turn invisible. You don't quite pick up the direction it disappears in, but you do also just about catch a glimpse of it moving.
Moving towards. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Just sort of moving, going visible when I don't know which way.
Yeah, so you've kind of got a sense that it's moved. You just can't quite, sort of in the heat of the moment, you couldn't quite tell which direction it went in.
Okay. I know it wasn't up on the roof though, so I'm gonna slide down. So how much movement would it cost to go down? Some sliding or jumping?
If you jump, then it's none. Or we'll say 5 feet, just for the sort of movement forwards, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's like this bit would be 5 feet movement.
Okay, if I could do that, please.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna guess it probably wouldn't run right past us or left. Well, it could go left or it could go up in my estimations. I guess they can't see any blood trail or anything.
No.
No.
As it turned invisible, like there's a pool of blood near where it was with Temerity, but then once it turned invisible, everything turned invisible.
Okay. I used 5 already, so I'm gonna go another 5, another 5 there. So that's 15 so far. And although I know you've spoken, it's probably going up there. I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 3, I'm gonna go left. 4 to 6, I'm gonna go up north. That's acceptable to you.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna keep going this way. And obviously, if I bumped into anything, I'd stop. That's a pool over here. So on the
I love how you can see that.
Anyway, I don't know where I'm going.
You'd go right.
So I did. Yeah, sorry, I didn't bump into anything. I didn't hear anything.
No. You
I'll
can't
get my sword ready.
Your axe.
Yeah, I've got a double. Sorry, different character. I've got
Different
big
character.
great axe.
Come on.
I get my great axe ready to attack anything. Not anything. The only thing comes in range, or any other bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already got a bonus action I've already done. I guess I could actually. Oh, no, I'll take a small potion.
Okay, that makes sense.
Instead of preparing an attack, because if it's running away, who cares? Nope. I'll take a small potion.
Okay.
Just in case. Not a big one. I'll take a greater. I won't take a superior. Do I have to target myself to do that as well? I guess.
I believe so, yeah.
But anyway. 11 points of healing. And then I'm just going to say I'm getting ready to attack something, even though I now can't. But...
That's all right. You can say you're getting ready. That's fine. Okay, Breck. You have a vague idea of the direction it went in. You can't tell like exactly, but your superior, your past basically. Living underground, you can kind of pick up the tremors, and you were listening out.
So, I saw that this was the guard from earlier, or at least looked like. So I'm thinking of, I have locate object. I thought about possibly trying to find where that autograph is, but was there anything immediately on, like garb? I know that's sort of, there's locate person that's different from locate object. So if you say I can't find where the troll is troll Oni by finding its underwear.
What about the autograph I gave it?
I said that. Yeah.
I mean, you can try. You can try.
There's
no telling if it will work until you try it, because you weren't able to see the autograph. On him when he appeared.
So I think instead I might just, well, first of all, yell out like, I think it went this way.
Okay.
Don't.
And make my way. I can make it to that roof line. I'll follow as far as I can to the alley, and then I'm not gonna dash, but I will as I approach. I will guidance myself.
Okay.
To see if I can pick up any kind of trace. I don't know, smashed walls or anything that look like as it's parading through.
You can make an investigation check.
Okay.
Or perception, whichever you prefer.
Am I investigate? I think it's more of a perception because, well, I don't think I have time to really investigate. And what is the effect? That's just adding a d4. I don't know if it'll do that automatically or not. It did not, but I don't know if it'll matter.
Roll your d4. 27. As you approach the alley, you don't see any scuff marks down the alley. You don't see any signs of climbing on the walls in your general area. You do hear breathing, deep, heavy breathing, in and around like this vicinity. Not necessarily right next to you, but in like the sort of close proximity.
Gotcha. So kind of, I can tell it's to my left though.
If you're looking down the alley, it's to your left.
Okay.
And you can relay that to people.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah.
Actually, wait. I don't think it went where I thought it had. I think it's still here somewhere.
Okay.
And you see me hands out.
Just like, where are you? Okay.
Okay, so Breck showed us the general direction where it is. I'm going to move a little closer to that direction. And I can't see it, and there's a wall there. So I am going to randomly throw a dart in front of me.
Okay, roll a d10. Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
You throw the dart, and you throw it sort of directly ahead of you, and it's a good throw, like a good solid throw, but it just flies true and embeds itself in the wall directly ahead of you.
Since I have 2 attacks, do I get to throw another one?
No, because it's arranged. If you have extra attack, you can.
No, I don't have
It's the same with Saradur. You can't use multi-attack for ranged attacks. It's only melee.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
Okay. So, Breck, you hear the breathing, deep, unsettling, unsettled, and then you feel it before you see it. You know when you just feel something next to you, you know? It doesn't touch you, doesn't do anything like that, but you just feel it. You hear steps heavier than before, and then you feel the presence in front of you, looming over you. But before you really kind of have chance to react, what else target you? It's kind of like it's like a wash of sort of acknowledging what's happened. There's the, oh no, I think it's right next to me, and then just at the last second you see the glaive swinging down towards you for 20, which I believe hits, and then you take 10 points of slashing damage, and then the second attack, almost lightning fast, follows up with it, and I don't think that one hits. 14 does not hit.
Off the shield.
Off the shield. You get your shield up in time after the second one, or after the first attack. You're still reeling slightly, but you manage to compose yourself, get your shield up, and defend yourself. It then disengages, and this time tries to force its way down the alleyway.
It's visible now, though, right?
It is visible now, yes. I forgot to press the button, sorry. So it's currently down this alleyway, which you can't see, but it is there, I promise.
Okay.
You all see it reappear, by the way, and run down the alleyway. So there's no doubt about where it is. So it's like where the game master icon is. I should probably end the turn so that we can continue. That might help.
Okay. Now I did actually check. I do actually have extra attack, so I could throw
Yes.
2 javelins.
This is why I mentioned it, because you've got extra
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
So you can throw it 2 javelins. I just thought you were saving it.
Cool. No. Okay, yeah. Well, I saw it appear right around the corner after taking it quite easy on Breck, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely giving him an easier time.
Yeah. Suspicious about Breck instantly. 25.
It might
30.
should be there. I don't know where it's gone.
I can't see it. But
there we are. You can just about see it now, right?
no.
Okay, it is literally underneath your cursor.
Okay, there, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't target it in that case.
I'll tell you what, I'll move it so it's like up here.
Okay, let me target it now.
Do you have it hidden besides the invisible? Did you
No, I
hide
can see
it
it
some other
now.
way?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is there. It is there.
I think it's just underneath the building. It's a bit fussy sometimes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one.
Well, I guess I'll just throw a couple of javelins then, because I haven't got my feline agility back yet, because I've been moving. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw 2 javelins.
Throw 2 javelins.
Hope for the best. I've got no range, anything ever like, just to see if I've just like missed out on something. But I'm a paladin. Of course I don't. No.
Is that first javelin lodged in it still?
Yeah.
And did
Well,
that go invisible?
It did, yeah. Everything touching it goes invisible, but you can see like the alleyway is so tight that it's actually kind of struggling to move. It's kind of lodged in. You definitely hit with that one. 5 points, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And then javelin number 2.
Javelin number
yeah,
2.
number 3 overall.
Mm-hmm.
I had 5.
So that leaves you with 2.
2 left.
Still hits.
Javelin is one of my favourite disciplines.
Of course. When you expanded out from just running to full track and field, javelin was like the highlight of your repertoire.
I'll be getting these back.
You throw them down the alleyway, and they both lodge into the creature that's now kind of turned back towards you, but it's so lodged in that both javelins impact into its chest, and it's struggling to take breaths now.
I'd like to think, even though you won't allow this, that maybe they're sticking at the sides a bit, so it's slowing the movement down the alleyway, getting stuck into the windowsills and stuff. But probably not.
I mean, it's good flavour.
Okay.
Breck.
So.
Are you ready, Breck?
So.
Porridge humour for you.
So Oni are from the Hells, right? How much would I know about this creature? And
I mean, if you want to use your turn to do an intelligence check to rack your brain.
Well, so I, Rando, as you're describing it, see a cat huddled in the corner, defensive now, that maybe could be talked down. Would I is that the impression I get by seeing it huddled there, or is it no, it's fighting to the death?
Judging by the fact it tried to run away,
okay,
you can take your own opinion from that.
Yeah, so I am on some sort of template.
Bearing in mind, it is also stealing some of my javelins right now.
It's true.
Yeah. So I collided with a wall. I still do not see it. So I'll believe you that it's there.
It is. It's underneath Game Master right now, but it's technically further back. It's like up here.
Yeah. So I don't see it on my screen for whatever reason, but oh, now I do.
There you
Okay.
go. So that's where it is.
I guess so. It spoke to us before, saying that, hey, if you end this now, I'll let you live. Was that just in common?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will not attack. I'll guide myself for my action.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be useful, and I'll just say, why do you attack us if you're just gonna run away? What do you have? Like, what's your deal?
What's your deal?
Why did you attack us?
Okay. Okay.
I'm not trying to persuade or anything. Guidance, just in case.
Just in case. Okay. That stays up for a minute, so you're okay. Temerity.
I guess. Oh, am I muted? No.
No. For once.
I guess I'm gonna go and see for myself what's going on. 1. I can't move. 2. Can I move through them?
Yes.
I'm small, so you definitely should be
I'm
able to.
live.
You can always move through the space of allies.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. So I'm moving right up to it, and I'm going to punch it in the face.
It is technically further down the alleyway. Remember that it's only there so that you can see it. It's literally like up here. So
okay, I can move 2 more.
Yeah. So,
okay, so
like you're fine.
Okay. This would be my full movement until that space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, punching it in the face or wherever I can hit it. That's not hitting. Doing it again. That's definitely not hitting. Using my very last key point to do flurry of blows one last time.
Mm-hmm.
2 more unarmed strikes. That one hits.
Yes. Nice.
And 1 last unarmed strike. Okay.
That also hits.
Fuck me. Okay, that's fine. 12 damage is better than no damage. And that's my turn. I can't move anymore. I used all my bonus actions, no more key points, and that was my action.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In a final act of desperation, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Temerity. As you are face to face with well, not face to face, you're up close with this creature. As it's lodged in the alleyway, struggling to breathe, kind of pin-cushioned with javelins, it just looks you in the eyes. You are mine. You are mine. And sort of, you know, the old school sort of like spirals in the eyes to hypnotize people? That kind of thing happens, except it extends out to you. And like, obviously, you are going to help this thing. Why wouldn't you? And you... Okay. And it kind of sends you back down the alleyway. Like, foregoing its movement slightly, even though it does move back again. Kind of splits the difference, moves back and moves you forwards.
Okay.
And, like, gets you to block as much of the alleyway as possible.
Okay.
I'll be seeing you. Saradur. You see Temerity come up close, poof, poof, and then turn around and just like make herself big in the alleyway in front of you all.
Okay, so I've got aura of devotion.
Oh, good point. Was she outside?
No, I
she's
was
outside.
I was outside.
I
But I was saying, if I get close enough, would it remove it?
I don't know if it gets rid of it. I think it just gives her the +4 onto her saving throw.
Oh no! Sorry, the aura of devotion where within 10 feet of me can't be charmed while I'm conscious. So if I was to move within 10 feet, would that remove it?
No, I think not because it's already active.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would have prevented it from happening if she was closer. But while she is now charmed, she would have to then make the saving throw again with your +4.
But Saradur, don't worry about it.
She says to you, while charmed.
So did I hear what the Oni said, or was it just like in the mind read kind of thing?
You didn't hear what it said to Temerity, but you did hear when it said, "I'll be seeing you."
Okay. I will, and it vanished off quickly. Obviously, there's no way I'm gonna keep up with it, I don't think.
Oh, did it vanish? I thought it just backed into the corner again.
Yeah, it's just backed further down.
Oh, I thought it just ran off.
No, it's underneath your cursor again, but you know.
Sorry. I'm gonna try to go past.
Okay.
10, 15.
It'll be a strength save, it'll be a strength check from Temerity and contested strength rolls, please.
Okay, so I'll go 15 here for now.
Just to check, not a saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm. Just to see who's stronger.
No. No.
Ooh, this is a turnout for the books. As you try and push past Temerity to get through to the Oni, she just grabs you and is now grappling you.
Okay.
Taking up the rest of the space in the alleyway.
See a bit more now. Right, figuring that there's something quite not right with you at the moment. Can't I? God, being a caster and having like stuff is just so much more to remember and look at. Okay. Oh. No, it doesn't count. Jeez, I'm trying to stuff up. Lesser restoration might do something, but it doesn't. I can command you, and I can't attack. I could do.
Do you have any javelins left? You can totally yeet
I'm
a
grappled,
javelin while
though, mate.
grappled, right?
I could do with disadvantage. I'm guessing, though, wouldn't it be?
You're grappled. You've still got use of your arms. You can still make attacks.
I can throw 2 javelins. Last 2.
Do you have another extra attack? Oh, no, it's about your turn. What am I talking about? Go for it.
Yeah. So I could.
Oh, he's found something.
We've got protection against good and evil, which would obviously mean they get you get advantage on the next charm saving throw. Then I can't throw my javelins, so might as well use the last 2 javelins, mightn't we?
May as well.
Right. Yeah, I'll just throw first one.
Hits. Roll your damage.
With disadvantage because he's grappled?
No.
Okay.
10 points of damage. Roll a d4 for me. before you do your next attack. Oh, never mind.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Oh, I no.
Yeah, I'm feeling mean. Roll a d6 for me.
Yeah, sure.
It actually flies back and hits Breck in the face.
No. It just, as you try and throw, Temerity like tightens her grip around you, and knocks you off balance, and your javelin just flies up and embeds itself in the overhang of the roof above you.
Okay.
That's going to be a tough one to get back.
Yeah, but I can throw Breckec up there. It's fine.
Yeah, be fine. It'll be fine.
I guess I could use my action to break free, really, but I'll be through some javelins.
I like hugs. It's okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step forward. I still don't see. Oh, from there I can. Okay. I'll say. Well, I tried talking, and I will go ahead and. Oop, not on everyone, just the Oni. Go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Do I want to upcast it? No, I'll just cast it normally.
That's just an attack roll, isn't it?
That's an attack roll.
Yep.
Does guidance?
Not for a natural one, no. Roll a d4 for me.
This is why I use Sacred Flame, because then I don't have to roll, and I can't roll a natural one.
On a 1, you missed. No. Okay. So roll damage for me. So Saradur, you take 10 points of radiant damage as Breck, kind of put off by the fact that you're both blocking the alleyway, shoots off this spell, this magnificent looking spell that just aimed straight at you, and it hits you square in the side and it burns.
Nice. Good spell, normally.
Yeah, normally.
My one-liner would have been a lot cooler if it had been like anything but a natural one. I guess seeing that hit, I'll go. Sorry, and I'll use a bit more movement and just get right up in the fun with everyone. And
Okay.
I guess that's my turn.
Okay. That's your first one of the day, though.
Yeah,
Is it?
His
That's
first
4. And between us.
Maybe he's had more. I don't remember.
I remember.
Temerity, you are charmed,
Yeah.
and the charm is telling you to keep the grapple going.
Okay. However, I can do this.
You can. Is that a key point, or is that just an ability?
That's just an ability.
Cool.
No key point.
I don't remember, so I need to ask these questions. You can do that, and you end the effect on yourself.
Yes.
So now you are yourself again.
And that's my whole turn because I can't take a bonus action if I haven't attacked.
Okay, so you let go of Saradur, and he is now still reeling from the friendly fire a little bit, but at least free to act his own accord. Monks, man. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, the creature at the end of the alley.
No,
You can-
I saw it. I saw it did nothing on its turn. We all saw it.
Well, I
You just-
forgot that Yathina knows how to end her own turn, so I was just like, end turn? Oh. Yep. Visibly annoyed at the visibly annoyed at you breaking free of its control over you. You can see like confusion. Its eyes blinking rapidly, head back and forth, almost like it's reading a page in front of it that you can't see. And it raises its hand and clicks its finger. I didn't really want to use this because I don't understand how it works, really. But
oh yeah, I remember how this works.
So
Because you're targeting everyone.
right. So starting from temerity, because I have you targeted for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit points do you have left?
30.
Okay, so you take 23 hit points, 23 points of damage, down to 7, and the effect doesn't have any effect. Because if I remember correctly,
You don't take damage.
Not damage.
No, I think it's just if you had 23 or less hit points left, it would be enough to put him to sleep.
And then if you had 10, then there'd be 13 left to try on the next person.
I'm glad you guys know how that works. Does anybody have 23 or fewer hit points?
No, I've got 30, I think.
Okay, so there's no effect, and it roars. Like there is a sort of guttural roar down in front of you, and it's sort of magnified by being down quite a narrow alley, and it's going to wow, imagine reading the character sheet. It's going to literally just kneel down, kind of Neo style, and then it just launch into the air, and is now 30 feet in the air. Do that.
Oh.
But also flew away as well, like 30 feet away. You lose it in the sort of roof and everything like that. At which point, we will end the combat and let you roam free to do as you please.
Did they at least leave my javelins behind, or are you taking them as well?
Well, hang on.
Buy some more.
How many were there? 3.
I had 5. I think 4 were stuck in them.
Okay, so 1, as it jumps up, literally hits at one of the overhanging ledges of the roof and snaps, and you just see like half the shaft fall to the ground. The other 2 that are lodged in his body, sort of one twangs off the roof, and another one avoids it completely, and he takes them with him.
Okay. Buy some more.
So I could locate object on that javelin, and you can toss me up, and I can get one last guiding bolt that will totally not nat 1 this time, guys. No.
I mean, you do have means of following.
Is there any point really chasing after it now? It seems to be able to
I'd rather not follow it if we don't know what it wanted. Maybe it's just bait.
I'm very upset that it didn't want to talk.
It kind of did, and then it didn't. To be fair, I did knock it down when I said if he wants to, to clarify, then I did thunderous smite it to the ground. But still, he attacked us first. And I came to my house, ripped my door off the front.
I assume this is a gift from the cult, and they were watching us, and this was something from them, but I don't know.
Let's get back inside.
I feel like they would have made it clear, and this was just a rant. I don't know.
Are all of your fans like this, Saradur?
Not usually. Some could be quite aggressive, but
oh, actually, hang on. Temerity, roll 2d4 for me. Saradur, you take 6 points of pride damage after being bested in a test of strength by someone severely wounded, like bleeding profusely.
Do you always remember what happened when you're charmed as well? Do you remember yourself doing it? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, Temerity. So, I mean, I know running's a thing that Sarador's always bested you at, but apparently wrestling's your sport, or grappling.
I mean, there was not much he could have done. Also, I think Sarador's more wounded than I am right now.
I thought I was, but actually, apparently I'm not.
Doesn't Saradur have the belt of dwarven kind that boosts strength as well?
Oh, do you?
No, it's Constitution.
Oh, is it con?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, I can't believe we haven't used. No, we can't use it. It'd be too slow. We can move. We could use the flying carpet we just got to chase after.
You know when I said you do have means of following, and you were like, "Nah, let's not."
Well, I didn't think it was very fast, and it is only 20 feet per round, kind of thing.
What's the chance of that
Oh wait,
coming back
I'm
to haunt
lying.
us in the future anyway?
Regardless, I would prefer not to follow it right now, as we don't know where it's going, if it's leading us into a trap, if it was just bait for someone else, if they expect us to follow. I just want to go back to the house, sit down, assess the situation, and make a plan what we do tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Maybe we should go back to the maybe we shouldn't stay here tonight. Maybe we should stay at the hideout. A bit more protection so we can actually sleep without worrying.
What hideout? Which hideout?
The partners.
The partners' place, yeah.
Was that a couple hours walk from here, or how far was that from here?
No. You mean the place where we met the people, right?
Yeah, the people who are in charge, the partners, the syndicate people.
Yeah.
But I think we asked them last time whether we could stay there, and they said no.
I think they said they had accommodations for us. We just wanted to be somewhere more comfortable and maybe closer to our target.
Yeah. I mean, plus if we say what happened tonight, I'm sure they'd probably help out. I'd hope.
Maybe they know if.
Speak, Larry.
Maybe they know if the cult has connections with this type of thing. Either way, it's a piece of information that they might want to know before we die. I'm fine either way. Lightning doesn't strike. What's that surface dweller saying? Lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. And so I think that was our lightning.
I would prefer to stay here, honestly.
I'm pretty sure the saying is always eat yellow snow. I think that's what the saying is.
It's more of a dark thing, I think.
That's what the Durgar say anyway.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they meant by snow.
Well, we can stay here, obviously. Put the door... Is the door destroyed or just...
Oh yeah, the door handle, like the door frame entirely has just been ripped out. There's like a huge chunk just missing from the wall, let alone the door frame.
Well, we can probably move this table over by the door.
It'd be fine.
Why not? It's no different to like camping out in a fabric tent, I guess.
Or I mean,
quite easy to get into.
One of these other rooms, just to keep the interior door shut.
Yeah, we'll block this one off with what we can, and then we can go inside one of the other rooms. Take a watch each.
Can we make a makeshift trap, but not really a trap, like just some sort of alert that if someone comes in, that alerts us and wakes us up?
Well,
I'm sure you have some bottles around. Yeah, exactly.
On top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Try to fashion some kind of like the remaining parts of the door and some furniture and some glass bottles teetering on the top.
All right.
Actually, out of curiosity, has any did anyone come out?
Oh yeah, there was a bit of a hubbub. Like the combat itself only lasted 30 odd seconds. You know, it was a fairly brief thing. Just kind of like the paradox of D&D combat. But now that you've kind of taken a step back, there are people that were probably watching from inside, or attention was piqued by the shouting and the running around and the blasts of light and explosions that are now coming out and having a look around and being like, "Was that the Saradur? Looked like he was in danger." And then you hear someone say, "I'm pretty sure Temerity had the best of him, though."
I was down that alley. No way.
There's definitely some like talking going on outside. Everybody's staying away. They don't really want to get like up close. This is like a slightly richer part of town where they don't want to actively pry, so no one's going to come and sort of be like asking you questions, but they do try and get a glimpse. But it's also sort of heading into nighttime, so there are quite a few people in like night clothes kind of popping their heads out, some with nightcaps, literal nightcaps. It's quite an interesting look.
Okay. Yeah, block the door. I guess we'll go further in and I can lock other doors, into rooms if I need to, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
How many bedrooms do you have?
I found 3 so far. I've just been rummaging through your house as you guys are paying attention to whatever's happening in the street.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few bedrooms and there's the you know what, don't worry about the other, there's a few.
And there's also a back door.
There is a back door.
Just in case,
Don't know what that... Yeah, just in case. Quick escape. Basically, there's a back door just sort of down a few steps, and it just basically leads onto a different street.
Should probably stay in the same room tonight, though.
The one with the big bed.
Well, I'm sure we can move some things around.
It's okay. I can sleep on. I mean, it's wood, not stone, but I can get comfortable on wood. And I prepare to curl up in the corner.
Like a dog, scratches a little bit, sort of circles 3 or 4 times, gives a bit of a shake, lies down.
I do prior to bed. Again, I think of the fact that the partners would want to know about this and say, would I know this was an Oni or just some sort of creature?
Some kind of creature. You can make an intelligence check now if you like.
Sure.
See if it's something that you are somewhat aware of from your readings.
I think it wouldn't take too long to drag at least one bed into this room as well.
Nah, it wouldn't be too difficult.
Only one.
Only one. With an 11, you...
Can I use that guidance that I never used?
No, that lasts a minute. With an 11, you've heard of creatures that that have demonic elements such as this that are generally used as enforcers by beings even more powerful. And like from your personal experience, this was no slouch. And generally beings such as that are sent as the vanguard,
So I do my best to describe the creature in a note and say that it seemed to have magical means of persuasion and ultimately was able to escape. But we lived.
Temerity and Saradur, make intelligence checks for me.
Okay. Also, seeing you write in the book, in your note thing, I know what that is. Do we know what that is? I guess we know what that is.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
lived
yeah.
with me, so.
Jesus Christ, guys.
And and it was given to me as part of our career with the partners.
Yeah, it's like a partner allocation. You're given one when you become a member.
Okay, so I'll just flippantly just say, it's time to get to watch the front of our house.
The two of you are fairly convinced that he's just described a Cyclops to you.
That's big. That's giant.
There was a story a few years ago of a Cyclops attacking travelers just outside of the city, and like you're fairly confident the description he's just made is the same as that.
I do a very crude sketch, but that's not my forte. But just to kind of
get the point across.
Yeah, you can see the javelins in there. I'm sure that won't be confusing to them.
No, the javelins are the actual most detailed part. You manage to get the grains of the wood perfectly, and like the glint of like the moonlight in this the steel javelin heads. Divine, literally.
Yeah. And so then,
I'll see more javelins.
I'll say, yeah. Saradur's house compromised, but we're spending the night here. If a guard can be spared, it would be appreciated.
Okay.
And I'll say, continuing with plan in the morning. P.S. Saradur wants more javelins. And I put that in the document satchel and sent it.
Cool. You don't get a response. Not right away, anyway. And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break. You need to grab a drink or anything. Otherwise, feel free to sit and chat about plans. And I'll be right back.
I don't know if when I received the satchel, I don't know if that makes sound. That could give us away in the future.
You just need to be careful with it then. I don't know if you. It should say in the thingies.
Otherwise, I wonder how that works if it's stuffed in the bag of holding. It doesn't say. So, unless Meglo wants to be mean, I'll say it's just, it vibrates. It's on silent. Yeah, I probably should have just attacked instead of going, but no, I think Breckec was like, well, I want to know what's going on. So it was great when you just ran past to punch it in the face. It's like, well, and of course, natural one, because why not? I wasn't sure if a sacred flame would finish it off, so I was like, I'll go out with a bang and use an actual offensive spell. I'll never do that again, don't worry.
No, God, it's good.
So good.
I was gonna say that, I won't point out the fact that it's now got advantage if it attacks me. But if he attacks me, maybe I'll just tell him.
Yeah, I thought about using my action to try and pry you apart. I have all kinds of spells that would have been helpful, just not prepared. Like, to, resist charm, or there was just so much damage right at the start I couldn't get Bless out. That would have helped a lot as well.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised I managed to succeed on that, knocking it down, making it prone. Just had all sorts of different things to get away, didn't it?
I could have made it prone as well, but then I wanted to get it off the roof.
Yeah.
That was worth it. I haven't been smiting really, not divine smiting anyway.
I mean, it does take a spell slot every time, right?
Yeah, it's a bit more damage. I mean, like the thunder is almost 2d6, but it also has the knockback and prone, which is great.
Yeah, but again, it does take a spell slot every time, and you don't have that many, especially if you wanna. That was always my struggle as a paladin, because my first character was a paladin as well, also Oath of Devotion. That I was like, am I going to smite? Is there a point in smiting now, or am I doing enough damage without the smite, and can I utilize my spell slots? Otherwise, I found that a little bit of a struggle how to deal with it. Especially when you have more than one smite equipped.
Oh, I've got a lot. Yeah, I've got Searing, Thunderous,
Thunderous was the
Branding.
one that, but you can't do all of them as bonus action, right?
Yeah, you can. These
You
ones.
can. Okay.
Yeah, they're all bonus actions apart from obviously Divine Smite as a special. So I could Branding Smite and Divine Smite on top of it because it's a special.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
No, well.
This is done.
No, because no, you can't, because
2 spells.
They're both concentration.
No.
No.
The Divine Smite's just an instantaneous.
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing that I actually discussed with Meglo, because I was like, there's no point of me having Divine Smite. So yes, you can do Thunderous Smite. You can attack, and then you can just decide to do Divine Smite on top of it.
Yeah.
And that we looked that up when I played my paladin, because I didn't know how it worked. It was like, yeah, you can just decide to add it on top of it too, and expend a spell slot.
Yeah.
So.
What did you decide?
Thunderous Smite.
No, Divine Smite you can put on top of any attack that hits if you want to. We had that problem as well back when I played Mani, that we didn't know when exactly Divine Smite.
I'm pretty sure it's only for melee attacks, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for melee attacks, but whether you can use it on top of Thunderous Smite or Branding Smite or whatever, or Searing Smite, and you can with that, because otherwise there wouldn't have been a point of using it.
Oh, Divine Smite, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
On top of your extra ones, yes.
Yeah.
I was really upset with the timing of the running away, because my next turn was going to be Channel Divinity read thoughts, since it wasn't speaking. Which
I was never running away. I guess I didn't communicate that. I was never running away. I was just repositioning.
Imagine communicating.
But in the chaos with the darkness, Breck was just like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, the only reason why I got out of range that far was I didn't want to risk getting attacked, because I wanted to take the potion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, you settle down for the night, moving a bed into the master bedroom, which is, elegant and kind of comfortably decorated. Are you all just gonna fall to sleep immediately, or are you?
No, we're taking watches.
Okay.
Did I get a response back from the partners?
Not immediately. No, there was no response yet.
Okay, unless anyone else wants to, I can take first watch as I wait for that response.
Just a reminder, we have to do 10 hours with 3 people, because otherwise not everyone gets their 6 hours of sleep.
Okay, so would that be? See if we get their watches done in one go, like 3, 3, 4, or would that be the best way of doing it?
Is that you?
If we did 3, 3, 4, you'd still get 3 hours and 7 hours. 3 hours
Yeah,
watch and 7
let's
hours
let's
sleep.
yeah, let's do that then. Let's do that then.
Rather than keep going up and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So who's first? Is it Breck?
I'll take the first watch.
Okay. You settle down in your corner.
Oh, I'm actually coming out to the hallway, and I pull one of the chairs to just this intersection so I can see the front door and the back door.
Okay. Makes
Actually,
sense.
maybe all the way here, so I'm a little further from that barricaded door.
Okay. So you settle down on your chair for the start of your watch. Make a perception check for me.
Can't roll bad. Never roll bad.
With a 14. For the longest time, everything's quiet. You hear like the occasional snore or movement from inside the bedroom, but nothing alarming. And you hear the occasional drunk walking past outside, and nothing else catches your attention. No response comes from the partners during your watch, anyway. And your watch ends.
Okay. I go in and wake whoever was.
I'll take the next one. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So I wake Temerity and say, well, still no word from head office, so I guess we're on watch the whole night.
All right. I am going to take a position where Breck took position up earlier and just sit on the chair, arms crossed, a little bit legs stretched out, and just watching the door.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Nice. You guys are rolling so well today. Everything's fine. No noises. Nothing alarming. You're still in a bit of pain. Quite a bit of pain. But the bleeding stopped, so that's good. No. Your watch passes uneventfully.
At the end of my watch, I totally didn't doze off. And I get up and I kick. Well, you're on the bed, so I wouldn't kick you, but I just roughly shove Saradur and be like, it's your turn.
Okay. I'll roll out of bed.
Okay.
My go.
Rightio. Roll. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh,
Nice.
Comfortable surroundings, you know.
Of course. You notice everything. With a 24, you settle down for the first hour, and it's uneventful. No, it's getting to sort of morning now, so it's getting light outside. People are starting to get ready for the day, that sort of thing. But there is also definitely something's different, whether it be the barricade you made on the door or something in the room itself just feels off. And as you go over to inspect, or as you kind of look around, you notice that pinned inside the wall of like inside the door that you've barricaded, there's just a symbol, a sort of bronze carved symbol of the cult of Semephi's symbol. I was trying to think of another word.
The bad guys came by and marked my house.
Guess who fell asleep on watch and wasn't paying attention?
Well, that's why we put the fucking bottles on the thing.
Imagine rolling really low anyway.
Okay. Well, I won't wake them up for that. I'll just maintain my vigilance.
Okay. Okay. After that, keeping even.
Did you say? Oh, sorry. Did you say that was they carved a symbol
No,
in, or they pinned?
It's like a bronze carving of the symbol. It's literally just like the symbol. No, that's the wrong symbol. Sorry, that's for the silent partners. The cult of Semephi has a different one, and I'm blanking on what it is. So please hold. But there is a bronze, like thing for the cult of Semephi, sort of pinned against the wall.
Yeah, I won't touch it because in case it's like got magic on it or something, I'll wait till everyone's up in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it would appear I don't have one made. Interesting. Okay, so the rest of your watch passes without incident. Remaining like extra vigilant due to, you know, the unexpected addition to your home. Actually, make an intelligence check for me.
Smartest.
You can't tell whether you remember it being added, like remember it being there before you went to sleep or not.
Okay, but it was definitely wasn't there before the door got destroyed.
No.
Okay, but okay. Okay. I guess if I'm the last one on watch, I can prepare some kind of breakfast. Would that still count as resting? No, it wouldn't, would it?
Is there still one more watch?
The idea was 3, 3, 4. Would that still be okay?
Yeah.
I would have had 6 hours sleep and then like rested 2. And fair, my last 2 hours of watch, I would have my long rest have been completed, wouldn't it? Or
Yeah.
something?
Technically. So you could make breakfast. You'll be fine.
Okay, so I'll make breakfast, standard stuff.
Cool. Sounds like a plan. You make breakfast. Everyone else wakes up to the lovely smell of Saradur cooking you breakfast. Wafts in through the house and fill in the building.
Can't
So
beat
that's
Well,
a
balance.
long rest complete,
Mm-hmm.
and a new day. Nice.
Boom, boom. Get my land hand points back as well.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Do I ever get my? I do. So.
So can I? Do I on walking in the room? Well, no, I wouldn't know that it's.
I'll come back in with the breakfast,
Okay.
and then I'll point out to you guys. Yes, I made everyone oats. Nice, good hearty start to the day. And then I'll point out on the wall that at some point, I don't know when, Definitely before my watch. They've left something. It looks. I think it's the cult. Is it? That's the cult one, isn't it? That's the cult symbol. Breckec.
You see, pinned against the wall, as Saradur points out to you, there. It's not very tall. It's probably only like 2 inches tall, and it's like very thin, fine, sort of bronze carving. Not even a carving. I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a brooch, essentially. And it's essentially just like in sort of intricate lines, kind of spiraling around each other, and it's difficult to see where they begin and where they end, and they just keep spiraling and spiraling, almost into like a 2D sphere.
So it is made out of bronze.
I walk up to it.
Yes, sorry.
I walk up to it and guidance on myself, just in case. Hold up a piece of parchment and do a rubbing of the front of it, just to have a copy of what the symbol looks like in my book. Okay,
that makes sense. Make an investigation check for me.
Sure.
Just before you take before you sort of go go properly near it.
Yes.
It's very epic music, isn't it?
Epic breakfast. Best.
How he start the day in his house. It's the champion's house, this is.
Did you roll your? Oh, you did. Sorry. So you look, kind of approach the symbol pinned in the wall, and it is pinned right in, so it's flush against the wall, and it's basically an optical illusion. It looks 3D from afar. The closer you get, you can see that it is wafer thin. It's wafer thin. But it doesn't look like it's. You're not picking up any arcane sort of residue suggesting magic traps, and doesn't seem to be any actual traps. So you go ahead. You sort of give it a poke and do the rubbing on do a rubbing on a page in your book, and it comes out quite nicely, actually. So you've got that for later.
Yeah, I guess I will. Looking at it and not having had anything horrible happen to me yet, and already forgetting oh yeah, and I'm no longer sick because it's been 2 hours with that necklace. Can we retroactively say I would have taken the time with the wand? Well, I guess I can do that this morning.
Yeah, all of you have attuned. All of you are tuned to whatever you need to attune to, as well.
Yeah, it's my hat.
I'm
hat
going
of
to
disguise.
Touch the bronze symbol just to see. Now that I have the rubbing of it, just because I'm feeling lucky and forgetting that sometimes my curiosity makes me extremely violently ill for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that feels like. Curious. Imagine playing a curious character.
Imagine playing a curious character.
Who has to deal with all of our shit all the time.
I said sorry to change the thing, but after I watched the VOD for the one I missed, I was just like, just assume that my character was head and hand shaking a few times during the conversations.
Literally.
So I reach up and just touch it on there then. Mm-hmm. The bronze directly.
Yeah, it's cold to the touch, but it doesn't seem to give anything off. It's interesting though. They gave you a present.
Do we know that this is the symbol of the cult of Semethi?
It was Now that you think about it, it was embroidered in the robes that you
Okay, yeah. That we have.
have.
Why? Is this a warning? Is this a invitation?
They did talk about how they find people who are worthy. Maybe that was a recruitment attempt and we just totally misinterpreted and we failed. We failed initiation.
Or we didn't fail.
You obviously were strong enough.
I reach up as I'm thinking and touch my ear and make sure my left ear is still there.
You still have your ear.
Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. Oh, there.
Still there, definitely there. May as well double check your right ear. That one's still there too.
Okay.
Don't you? Sorry. Can't you do something to look at items and see if they're magic?
I can't see if an item is magic today. Well, assuming that I already did my preparation, but I can tell what kind of magic a magic item has. So if it's not a magic item, I mean, I can still do that.
We should probably save some of our magic if today's going to be a busy day.
I can do that. I can set up a little ritual as I eat and do that for free.
I don't have magic. I just punch people.
So, I guess I will ritually cast identify on the symbol as I'm eating my breakfast.
Hold on, before you do that, has anyone taken it off the wall?
No, I just touched it.
Okay, before you do that, I take it off the wall, look at the backside if there's a message on it or something.
No, there isn't. It's literally just like wafer thin bronze sort of I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but made into the brooch.
Okay, so it's not like a relief. Is that an English word? Where it's on a flat background and then it's carved out. It's literally like smithened into this shape. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do your thing.
Okay. So as I eat, I'll ritually cast Identify on it. Passively eating.
Okay.
In that 10 minutes, sorry, I'm just gonna. Can I open robe, walk around the place with the bowl of oats in my hand? I want to go out the front door, which I would have moved maybe the end of the watch. See if I can find a random person on the street during that 10 minutes.
Okay. You find plenty of people walking by.
I just want to get one person and be like, can you go to the Carpenters and bring him over here? Tell him I need a new door. And I'll fling him like 3 silver.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, I am quite charismatic, but it's never the ones you're good at. Usually, just a check with advantage. Yeah?
Yes, please.
Good. One of us has charisma.
Oh, still
doesn't help much.
It's that open roped look, I think.
you walk out the door, kind of eating your
plus 10, then, yeah,
eating your oats, and there's a plethora of people kind of walking by, going to do their general business, and the first person you see that seems somewhat approachable, that isn't in a hurry, is a sort of middle-aged woman. Can't think of races at the moment, my brain is frying. Who sees you approach and goes wide-eyed, is like sort of a bit starstruck, and as you sort of say, I need you to go to the Carpenter and send him over, she's just, and flicker silver, she just takes it and she's like, okay, I'll send him over, thank you, and just literally turns and runs off in the direction that you know the carpenter to be.
So I'd like to think I'd like just a little wink and walk back into the house.
Okay.
Spoon the oats.
During that 10 minutes, your ritual spell, Breckec, are you identifying the brooch?
Yeah.
It is. Your identify spell identifies that it is indeed a very intricately crafted bronze brooch.
So I guess you took it off the wall, so I'm sitting at the table, spooning, just staring down at it, and then I look up and say, "Yep, it's bronze, all right. No magic on it. Still, I know magic to peek in on items that I know of, so it still is not something we maybe want to keep around. But it's not cursed, which is, I assume, what you were thinking."
Yeah, you don't pick up any curses or magical effects on it.
Okay. Okay, what's the plan for today?
Well, I guess they've shown that they indeed had their head office did indeed see what was in my head. And was that the guard you gave an autograph to yesterday, Saradur?
It seemed to start out that way. I mean, I don't really know what that big thing was. I mean, could it have been he was human and everything and then turned into one, or was he always one of those and that was a disguise?
I'm going to assume it wasn't actually the guard. I think it was they were watching us, and then someone just took on. They saw us talking to the guard, and someone took on that thing, took on the form of the guard. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So okay, it could, but then we might have. Okay, and this thing's still about. So if it can disguise itself as people, we don't know if the next person we meet might be them again.
The thing is, there's two things we have to worry about now. Firstly, why? So the cult knows who we are. That's the main thing. They know who we are and where we are. Whether they know what we want or what our plan is or what essentially, we want to get in there and find out what's going on, we don't know. Yeah. I am assuming they do, but
they also likely know what we have done so far, in that we killed their caravan.
Yes, but if this thing that attacked us yesterday was just a warning for us to stop, then it did a horrible job. If I can't formulate thoughts. Why wouldn't they send something deadly and silent? And
it was pretty deadly. I mean, it almost knocked you down a couple of times.
Yeah, but
maybe it.
Why would
was?
He still said, or it still said, if you stop now, or whatever he said, I won't kill you.
Yeah, so maybe it was a recruitment attempt.
Could this been mischievous? We don't know its nature, really.
I can't quite put these two things together. Why this creature attacked us? Why we have a thing from the cult in our house? Or in your house even. I can't quite put them together what the purpose was of either of them or of both of them.
So
this must be the watching us kind of thing, just to confirm it.
So DM, as I was on
Hi.
watch last night,
Yes.
I was thinking about the funny way that our new friend hopped around. Did the sound of his running about remind me of the stomping sound I heard in the swamp?
No.
Okay, so I'm not thinking this is something from the swamp followed us home.
No.
Okay.
But what I will give you is that the kind of impact of the footsteps was similar in kind of like scale. So it felt similarly sized, you know? But
so
it didn't seem the same.
Yeah, so I guess I'll say out loud. Still working on the porridge because it's a little bland. I prefer more of like a fermented fish flavor in my foods.
Oh god,
So
you're this kind of person who would open a can of surstrumming, right?
Yeah. I have some in my pack. Do you want?
I mean, I'm a cat. I enjoy fish as well.
So I'll I guess say that of. So when I was on watch last night, I did think that maybe that thing that attacked us here was the same thing we fled from in the swamp, but I don't think it was. But that was about the same size.
How tall was this thing?
It was topping like 12 or 13 feet.
Oh, okay.
10 feet. Sorry, not quite so tall. Smaller than the giant you fought.
Yeah,
in the swamp.
that's what I was trying to compare to.
The especially now that I have this wand of polymorph I'm familiar with, did the transition from Gaio the Guard into Big Oni Monster look like an illusionary spell ending, or was it a physical transformation of body?
It was a physical transformation of body.
I don't know what that means.
It means wrong thing.
Well, I don't unless we want to. I open the Doc Nancy satchel just to see that there's nothing in there that arrived while I was asleep.
When you open it, there is indeed a note inside. Just inquiring, kill it?
And so on that same piece of paper, I just write, no, got away, and send it back. Or was it a kill it period or a kill it question mark? Okay, yeah. So, no, got away, and I sent it back, and I say, well, unless this changes anything, I think we just continue in, maybe with a bit more on guard and, not trusting that every Saradur fan is as innocent as they might seem.
Carry on, sorry.
Everyone's nature's different. Well, some of my fans, slightly more excitable, but it's fun. I can't leave you. I need to wait until someone turns up to fix the door. Then I'd like to obviously quickly pop by the blacksmith or somewhere where I can just quickly grab some more javelins, and then what we're doing, we're gonna go straight. We'll walk straight in with these robes. So I've got the robes in my the backpack still.
Well, we don't need the robes to enter the outer city, outer ring, inner city.
You're in the outer ring.
Yeah, we're going to the outer city. That's the first layer that we have to go to.
those are more for getting into the old city and the pyramid. We need some purpose for entering, or to find a sneaky way in.
I feel like we've been told that they can get us in.
Yeah, they can get us in that one quite easily, they said.
Speaking of, as you are having this conversation, Breck, you feel your pack vibrate next, like sort of at your side again. Sort of the symbol of you have a message. And as you open it, it's the same note that you had before. So it's like, kill it. No, it got away. And then kind of on the other side, ugh. Sending letter of admittance to outer city, meeting contact, name, Pollitt.
How's that spelled?
Eollit.
Okay. I, on the bottom of that, say, okay, and I send it back. Text message style.
Just K. Ugh.
Yeah, just K. Just K.
Nothing annoys me more, honestly. So you send it back, and the response comes back again fairly swiftly with it doesn't come back swiftly at all. I lied. So yeah, carry on. You know when an idea just comes into your head and then leaves.
Yeah, they can get us in. We also, and I point at the bag of holding, have our own way of getting around the walls without going through the gate. Though we would have to make some effort to. I assume the walls are patrolled. We would know that, and if there's regular patrols on the walls, we can't just fly over any old random time. We'd need to time that out carefully.
Yeah, we can go on the flying carpet. I don't know. You can hold 1,200 pounds.
Yeah, you're fine.
So can it fit all of us on? I guess it's 5 by 7. So yeah.
I weigh like 5 pounds.
Okay.
No, I weigh 100 pounds. I'm dense.
You are thick. You are the thick one of this group.
Yeah, we can probably just get near the wall and just. Because they said that the inner walls weren't guarded really anyway, but the inner city wasn't guarded on there's no posts. But I guess.
Yeah, but if they can get us in with this letter, I have not gotten the letter through the bag, right? It sounded like our contact was going to be bringing the letter, or.
No, the letter
I'm
was.
expecting the letter.
You're expecting the letter, yeah. A letter of admittance to the outer city, to then meet the contact Pollitt.
Okay, so I say we try that. If anything happens and we are kicked out, I think it's the kind of place you get kicked out of, not murdered, for being in the wrong place. Then we can sneak our way back in through the skies later. Although I am kind of dying to give that rug a try.
Yeah, same. Okay.
I look down at the ground at this hide. I say, do any of your rugs, can any of them fly?
Not that one. The one in the bathroom, though. Do I have a bathroom?
Yeah, I run off to the bathroom. Oop, I passed the door. And I say, wait, there's not a rug in here.
I'm outside watching out for the carpenter.
I'm just yelling, there's not a rug in here! Unless, is it in the tub? And I jump in the tub, splashing around.
I leave water in the tub at all times. What do you think I am?
There's clearly water in
there. After 2 or 3 minutes of waiting outside, you do see the carpenter coming along, very jolly looking fellow, quite like heavy built, sort of big boned, sort of roundish figure, but it's like you've seen him enough to know that it's all muscle. He's pretty hefty. Could probably hold his own, and he's got mutton chops and sort of like bleary looking eyes that, you know, sort of portray a long existence of lack of sleep. And you know him to be he's kind of affectionately known as Charlie because he's got a very long name. Everyone just calls him Charlie. And he comes up and he sort of gives you a smile. Ah, good morning.
Hello, Charlie. Slight issue with the door.
Oh, I can see that.
Yes. Could you get that done for us today, please?
Oh, I could have it done by the end of the day, yes.
Oh, nice. Can you use the same lock again?
No, it will need a new lock.
Okay.
I could have it.
Is the smashed lock on the ground?
Well, yes, because basically you've got the door, which was sort of smashed, and then the door frame, which will need redoing, and he kind of looks at it a bit more closely. He's like, you have a bit of wall missing.
Yeah. Whatever you can do, repair, replace. I'll obviously now go for the money. I'll pay out front if you want for the parts.
Oh yes, it'll be 30 gold.
30 for a door?
Oh, I am finest of craftsmen.
Okay.
So, 15 up
I'll
front.
come and see you. Okay. The keys. I'll come see you for the keys after you're done.
Yes.
It might not be today, but I'll come to you.
That's okay.
So, yeah.
From the rubble of the old door, can I pick up kind of the both kind of pieces of the locking mechanism and concentrate and try and use mending to mend it? Back
in. Kind of pushing the boundaries of a cantrip. You managed to mend the cracks in both halves. Like you hold them together to try and fuse them back with your magic. And you're sort of focusing, and you cast a spell, and you look, and you go, "Aha! I fixed it." Oh, and then it's just like both halves are fixed.
I look at it and I go, "There, that's got to be worth 5 gold off, right? I basically already did that. Did the lock."
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
Oh, I am so persuasive. This is gonna be.
The persuasion is real. Nice. 4. No.
It's okay. So 15 up front, yeah?
15 up front. 15 when you come collect a key.
Sounds good to me. Right, done that on mine. 744.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
And don't worry, I will leave door locked.
Yes, ideally, thank you.
While this conversation's happening, Breckec, and you've kind of finished fixing the two halves of the lock, your pack vibrates again, and there is an A4 sized sheet of paper with like legalese essentially written on it.
So this is a
basically, and it's doesn't make much sense to you, honestly, but you do pick out words of like admittance out of city, that sort of thing, in the name of Genasis Pike, like probably forged by Spip, but you have your admittance letter. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. And what are you doing now?
Guess we're 8.
I did not write down specifically where we were going to meet our contact, but I'm sure Breck remembers.
There was no mention of where you meet your contact.
It's fake though, isn't it?
Not
No.
not where you're meeting your contact, no.
Yeah.
That, believe it or not, is real.
Okay, I thought it was like a fake note, so we're allowed to get inside.
Oh no,
Is
yeah,
it?
the letter of admittance is probably forged.
Yeah.
But the note telling you where you're meeting.
Pollitt is on this side of the gate, or is on in the outer city?
Rather frustratingly, you don't know.
Oh, cool.
Let's just maybe write another note after them while we wander towards one of the gates to the outer city.
You know, paper doesn't grow on trees, but okay. And
I
I stare at the contract for a good long while.
That one took far too long for me to pick up on.
I look at the contract for a good long while, deciding if I should write it on, or not contract, but the letter of admittance, deciding if I should write on it with the question, and then I think better of it and pull out a fresh sheet and do say, advise, where do we meet with our contact, Pollitt, and ship that off. And I say, well, while we wait for the response, did you want to go pick up those javelins?
Yes. I'd like to. So obviously we've been living in the town. We know like the best way to get to like the inner. If I could pass by anywhere that would sell a javelin or 5.
Okay. You find your way to like it's another smith, who you know is also under the employ of the partners. Manages to supply you with what you need. Very simply, just stock up on your javelins, and it does cost you for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only 5 silver.
5 silver.
While we do that, I want to make sure that we're not being followed.
Okay, make a perception check for me. Keeping an eye, you are fairly confident that you are not being followed. Like, up there with the highest of confidences you could have.
Okay.
This one. Okay. Please hold for a moment. Cool. Please hold for a moment longer while my laptop reloads everything.
Also, as we're leaving Saradur's house, actually, to the Carpenter, I do quickly write an autograph. Breckec the parentheses almost close parentheses slayer of a big monster. And I look at it, nod. I'm like, yes, that's the one, and I hand it over. No explanation. I just assume he knows that he's receiving an autograph.
To the Carpenter.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes it and he looks at you and he's like, "Thank you." I think.
And then I hand him the 2 halves of the lock, and then I run to catch up with the others.
Okay. You all see Breckec continue with his mission to find the perfect autograph.
It's a deep cut in my backstory. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, so you've headed off towards the Jesus, there's so many things to click away from. This one. Load. Continuing to load. Doesn't look like it's going to load. Great. I had a thing, and it was going to be cool. Every time you move, because I'm not on that screen, it tells me you're moving. It's like there's an update on a map that you're not currently on. Like, is there now? Can I go here, please? But as you walk through the city, there's especially for you, Temerity, keeping an eye on sort of like your general surroundings, listening in on people, and keeping an eye around. You do hear talk of an attack, sort of in the slightly nicer part of the city. A big creature attacking a home. News has spread, it seems, of your encounter last night. I did have a map for the gate into the outer city, but apparently it doesn't want to work. So, I'll activate it and see what happens. I won't activate it and see what happens. Nothing's working. Cool. We'll just talk about it. You walk towards the outer city. It's not a difficult way. Like, there's fairly clearly defined main roads in this city, and as you approach, you can see the guards that are keeping watch are turning the usual beggars and like the poorest of the poor away with their usual good grace, sometimes using the butts of their spear. But as you approach, they look at you. They kind of recognize both Temerity and Saradur. The perks of being a celebrity. But as you do approach, they sort of still halt you and question what you're doing here, basically.
I say, "Oh yes, this explains it all," and I hand it to Saradur first, the letter of admittance.
Did you actually read what it says, though?
Oh yeah, he had to read through, but it is all just legally. It's like just essentially gobbledygook to all of you.
So essentially, someone saying in very extensive language they are allowed in the
official business.
Essentially, yeah. It's deliberately designed to confuse you so that the riffraff don't understand, but there is the quite clearly defined admittance, outer city, these three people signed, and you hand it over and the guard looks it up and down, kind of blinks and
I reach up and I'm like, the important parts are there, there, and there.
And like, you can physically see he's looking at it. He's just like, oh,
does the letter say our names?
It does. And he looks at it. But to be fair, like the two of Temerity and Saradur, you can't not have your names known.
Yeah, but I was just thinking if we decided to disguise while we're in there. So.
I mean, that's up to you. There's no saying what could happen if you tried that. But he looks and he's just sort of like, oh well, I do see Temerity and I do Saradur. Don't know what this name is.
It's me.
Breckec.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely know what all this says. I do know the word admittance. And therefore, I suppose I'll let you through.
Oh, well, of course.
Don't cause any trouble. Keep my eye on you. If you do, we'll be on you like flies.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll put my hand out for the note, I guess, to take it back.
And he does hand it you back, yeah. And he kind of steps aside, and as you enter, you literally see there's such a sudden change. Like, imagine in the Hunger Games where you're entering, you go from sort of like one of the middle districts, which is sort of somewhat well off but still quite poor, and then you're entering like the District 1 or District 2 that's just so drastically better off that it's kind of insulting. wide streets, beautifully paved roads, like literally left, right, straight ahead. The houses are shorter. There's only like two or three. There's only like one or two, sorry, floors to each house, and they just take up so much space. They all seem to have gardens, and people are just lounging around. Never seem to be in a hurry to get anywhere, and it's just a complete contrast. The people seem cleaner, better dressed. The guards seem better dressed, which tells you a lot. But you do see ahead of you, kind of leaning up against a fence post that sort of surrounds an inner square with a statue of someone you don't recognize, but seems important. It's like a very intricately carved stone statue. But there's a sort of a woman leaning against it, kind of picking at her nails. I'll put the token on the map for you so you can see, get an idea of what she looks like. Please hold. Boop. There we go. Sort of like a sort of slate black hair. She's got like a sort of waistcoat on, and then like a sort of cropped top that exposes most of her stomach, and then trousers that seem to find the perfect balance between utility and comfort. Jealous. And then boots that again seem to like provide just enough comfort, but also utility. Seems difficult to age properly, but you would say she's fairly young, human looking. Difficult to tell again. Her hair's covering her ears, and that's usually the telltale sign of any elven heritage. Good job, me. And she kind of looks up at you, sort of still picking at her fingers, and looks up. Ah, you're here. Excellent. Been waiting for you.
This must be the polyp person then.
Aye, that's me. You're the three that I've been sent to look after.
Yeah, apparently so. And how would you be looking after us?
Oh, well, whatever you need. If you need access to the inner city, then that's me. If you need help with a few extra jobs, then that's me.
That first one.
Are you always by the statue, or where do we find you normally?
I find you. Follow me.
You know?
And she kind of walks away and leads you into like an elegantly kind of street with paths, and it kind of rises up a hill slightly, and the steps lead upwards, and there are just restaurants, cafes, shops, boutiques, and all sorts lining the both sides, and it leads you to a table and chairs outside this like very fancy looking cafe, and sits down and sort of beckons for you to join her. Would you like any beverages?
Yeah, I'll have a water, please.
A water, okay. Well, when someone comes out, we'll get that sorted for you.
I'm good, thank you.
Ah, interesting. And for your little friend?
I'm just nodding enthusiastically. Water's fine, or anything else. What do you prefer?
Oh well, they have this beverage that when you drink it, it's quite bitter, but can really invigorate you. You can have it milky, you can have it not milky. I'm having one of those.
I'll have that, the non-milky variety. I've learned a recent distaste for milky beverages.
Interesting. Very well.
But I do love bitter, so.
Okay. Well, we'll order one of those for you when they come out.
You said the first thing you said to us. I'll keep it quite hushed. You can get us into the inner city.
Indeed. That is what your mission is, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't everyone who goes there usually come, or they either don't come out or they turn up dead?
True.
How do you now know how to? I mean, do you know how to get us in safely, or I mean, because anyone could probably just walk in, I guess, or jump the wall.
I didn't say safely, or with a guarantee of living.
Okay, but no guarantee of death and at death.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Okay, but I mean, like there's a chance we don't get detected. There's a chance,
Depends how quiet you are.
Okay, we can be quiet. Ish.
Have you helped others in?
No. So far there's not been a need. I am one of the few that's got in and got out without dying. So I consider myself an expert.
Okay, well, we're all ears. How do we get in?
Well, there's two ways. One, there is it's out of the city, and it leads a long way, and it's underneath the ground, and it's a tunnel. I don't know why it's there or when it was built, but the time I went in, I ended up being found. I made a mistake, and it's not a guarded tunnel, but they know of it.
What's the tunnel outside the city that goes directly to the inner city?
It does. I don't know where it comes out, but
where's the entrance to this one? It's not like a swamp or something, is it?
it's not in the swamp. No,
Okay, just checking.
it's off the other side.
Okay, I'm guessing there's some nasty things that are inside that tunnel, though.
Potentially, I didn't encounter any, but maybe I was just lucky. The other one is going over the walls. If you time it right, you might get lucky.
What's the right?
What if we could fly as well? Like
That would certainly help.
What's the right timing?
Usually when the caravan leaves every week, the attention tends to be drawn to the western side of the inner city, and you can maybe sneak over the wall. If you're flying, you got yourself a good deal.
But that's 5 days from now.
True. They have just left. They didn't come back though.
they are. They're late.
Yes, this doesn't happen very often.
But then also, if they're not back yet, surely the attention is still going to be on that gate because they haven't returned.
Potentially, or potentially they are more on guard because something's changed.
Potentially.
And then, from our knowledge of the old city, the inner city, it is the pyramid's at the center, but like, are we talking like dozens of feet from the gate to the pyramid, or is it like a miles?
Your knowledge specifically, there's definitely a gap. You're unsure of how far the gap is. But it's not like the wall sort of step pyramid. It's there's space for a city to have grown around it.
Yeah. So there would be settlement around the pyramid directly.
Yes.
Well, whether it's directly or not, we don't know, but between wall and pyramid, there would be settlement.
There is space.
And that space is entirely cult, or the pyramid is entirely cult, but that is mixed population?
No.
Of...
Inside the inner city is purely the cult.
Colin, how many cult members do usually come into the outer city, and how frequent?
Very rarely. The only ones that ever come through are the ones that leave in the caravan, really, as far as I know. They don't tend to leave their little sanctuary. Could be hundreds, could be thousands of them in there, I don't know. That's a question I can't answer, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine. Thank you. I'm just wondering whether we could have stalked someone and found out any information about that, because they come here for pleasure or shopping or anything.
They seem quite devoted to their cause, though, don't they?
Yeah.
You had mentioned other work that got me thinking. Do you know of anyone who has gone missing, or anyone who may know someone who's gone missing that we could talk to?
I don't know anyone personally. I know someone who joined the cult.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's dead now, though. I mean, he's dead to me anyway. He so interested in it, and they came along one day and took him. I may have misspoken, I suppose. They do pop out occasionally. What I gather, it's only to either recruit or remove people. So they came out, took him in, haven't seen him since.
Did they take him by force?
Not that I'm aware of.
How did he join then? Did he just say, I want to join, and they took him in?
He was talking about it. Said maybe it's a good life. Was kind of interested in what's in the pyramid.
How long ago was this?
2 years.
I mean, good life. How do I think, like, they ask you to give up an ear? Like, straight away, that's this red flag. Probably not for the best.
Some people are enticed by secrets. And
I know that feeling.
yeah.
I never thought about that.
I thought we were more just knowledge rather than just secrets.
Well, there's many secrets of the pyramid. There have been for thousands of years. Sometimes when that need to know overwhelms you, they come and fetch you, take you away. But subsequently, haven't seen him since.
But they know that if someone is, I don't know, investigating, if someone's has a big need to know and wants to figure out what's in the pyramid.
It would appear so. How else do they know when to who to fetch and when?
What were you witness to when your friend joined?
I was not, no. But I heard about it.
Nothing unusual about that, just cultists in their usual garb.
As far as I know, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, they come and took him away, but they didn't hear anything special about him.
Did you stop by their house afterwards or anything? Check on, did they have family?
His mum was pretty upset. think she's come to deal with it now.
No damage to their house though. There was no force.
No.
Doors ripped off or anything.
It was all fairly willing, apparently.
They didn't leave a token behind or anything that you heard of?
Not that I heard of, no. But that was years ago, and don't necessarily know the whole story. Why?
Well,
have you been in contact with them?
Just in the course of our current business. I look over my shoulder, seeing the people randomly wandering around, clearly with nothing better to do with their time.
It's
no,
to indicate people, and guards.
Yeah. Oh, they're just right up in our business now.
Yeah. I didn't have time to make all of the people and make up routes for everyone, but you get the idea.
The guards that are walking around are specific to the inner city, to the outer city, sorry.
Yes. They are dressed differently. They're dressed more extravagantly. Some wear helmets, some just have heavier body armor. Ones with helmets tend to be sort of lighter armor, made for more mobility, it seems. The heavier armor, bigger weapons, bulkier guards in general. They are patrolling actively up and down the road you're currently sat on, but in a very casual way. Like, they don't expect any trouble, because it's the civilized part of the world. So
do we stand out as who we are? Obviously, I'm wearing monk robes, but they're not any fancy monk robes. The other two are wearing armor. Do we stand out?
Generally, yeah. Everyone's quite well dressed. Like, race-wise, nah, you're fine. You blend in. There's not just humans or humanoids, but dress-wise, yes. Because you're not wearing like really expensive-looking clothes or anything.
So maybe that would be a first stop. If you could take us to... I don't know if I could even afford clothes here. Anyway, why I bring it up is last night we were actually... Can I first intuit if this is indeed... Am I getting a vibe of anything fishy with Pollitt, or this is indeed our friend from the organization that...
I mean, she's not wearing partner livery, but generally when you're out of the outer ring, you don't, because it's less accepted here. But she was very forthcoming with you, very kind of to the point, and she hasn't expressly given you any vibe that she is untrustworthy.
Okay, so I pull out my notebook where I did the rubbing of the symbol, and I'll say in hushed tone, well, last night we, at Saradur's home, we were assaulted by something, and later in the night discovered this left pinned to the wall, and we're not sure if it was a threat, an attempt to kill us, or now that I hear about your friend, I wondered if that might be what a recruitment looks like. And then I close the book and stuff it back in.
She looks at it, and then I did hear about an attack. Pretty nasty thing I heard. riled a lot of people up. Glad to see you made it out okay.
Yeah, it's quite a tough fight, really. Unfortunately, I managed to escape like a coward, but we did our best.
And was it any reason for the attack, or was it a premeditated thing?
We believe the cult may know of our mission, and potentially the cart that is not returned may be related.
Interesting. Well, if they were trying to recruit you, why would they try and kill you?
If they take your ear, maybe a monster shows up and rips it off your head. I don't know. I'd love to know, though. Do you know?
Sounds a bit dramatic, but maybe.
See, I knew it was a bit of a ploy.
I would say that maybe they were trying to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Send something to knock you off.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. I'd rather be hunted
So-
than recruited.
Right. So, if we want to try to get into the city now, could we just get closer in towards alongside the inner wall, and then potentially float up on our little fly thing and get in? I mean, what do they walk along the top of the walls as a patrol, or is it just patrols inside the actual city itself?
That was something I wasn't sure about until I went in. Turns out that they don't have patrols on the walls, but as soon as you step foot inside the inner city, you get swamped. They just appear and just swarm you. It's like they know.
And you went in over the wall after an unsuccessful attempt through the tunnel?
The tunnel was second, the wall was first.
And
What did you go in there for?
Curiosity.
Imagine being curious. So when you were swamped, how did you make your way back over the wall?
I reacted quickly and turned and ran. I've seen.
And that was.
I imagine if you're not quick enough, then they run at a fair pace.
That's a problem for me, but these two would be fine.
Were they just humans?
All sorts. I didn't see any monsters though.
Yes, so I mean, he was humanoid, like
Nothing
yes,
like you
just
described for the attack last night.
no beast or anything like that.
No.
Just people. People aren't much of a problem most of the time.
There's enough of them.
We fought them though. They're pretty easy to go down.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there might be the more disposable ones that get sent out. Although, maybe if we get sent out on a mission like that, maybe there should be like better, shouldn't they?
I didn't fight.
Then if we start killing some, then there'll be more to turn up. More noise.
Depends on how important the shipment is.
I don't know what's in them.
Nothing you want to eat.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Speaking of, have we seen a waiter or waitress or?
Oh yeah, they've been and ordered your drink for you, and it's come. It came, and it's literally just like a tankard essentially of like black coffee. Very strong. Smells nicer than it tastes. You know, coffee.
Did Pollitt get cream in the coffee or no?
Yeah, she goes for like essentially a latte, mostly milk.
I say, yeah, it kind of looked like that, but you would know it. You would know it if you tasted it because it kind of tastes like rotting meat, but like worse.
I'll try and avoid it then.
Yeah. So, anyway, if we're going immediately over the wall, we wouldn't need to fit in here. But otherwise, maybe we should take time. At least finding a way to set up some sort of base here in this ring, somewhere safe in case we have to flee. Or is there something like that already that you know of, Pollitt?
I can give you a couple of safe houses. If you're going today, then wait till night. Cover of darkness is never bad.
You said the tunnel was your second try, and you said you made a mistake that led to you having to leave. What was that mistake?
I made too much noise. It's a long way. It's at least a day out of the city. And then I travelled for more than a day before I had to leave. And when I got caught, it was another day before, and that was a hard day. I had to do a lot of running. But it was the same thing. Swarm. After about 3/4 of a day, they kind of gave up. I heard them stop for chasing me, but I kept running just in case.
So you're saying stealth would be useful in whatever approach?
Yes.
I say, interesting, and I sit up, scale mail jangling as I do.
Literally, like, the most unsubtle movements ever by any creature. She looks at the three of you. If you have a means of flying, then definitely do that. But remember, if you touch down inside, the further in the city you are, the harder it's going to be to get out before you're swamped.
How tall are the buildings in the inner city?
Much like the outer city, but slightly less well kept. That's an exaggeration. Vastly less well kept.
Okay. How tall is the wall to get over?
So the wall from the outer ring to the outer city is about 60 feet. Shorter than the wall from just the outside completely. This one, from the outer city to the inner city, you can see it from where you are because the buildings are so low. It's probably about the same. Very imposing. And but nothing compared to the pyramid beyond it. Like, the backdrop is essentially, it's essentially due to the nature of the city itself. You can almost kind of tell what time it is during the day by where the shadow is in the city. Because the sun follows the pyramid around. That's not true. The sun rotates around the pyramid and casts shadow on the other half of the city. This time of day, you've got the sun basically shining on the pyramid as it is. So, there's a shadow directly across. So you do at least have the light side of the pyramid, and you do have light. but like the direct opposite end of the city, and for like quite a long way beyond that, is probably in pitch black right now.
When you went in over the wall, was that during the day or was that at night?
No, during the night. I wasn't going to do it during the day, come on.
And yet still they swarmed you as if they...
Instantly. Stepped down, took 2 steps, and they appeared silent. Wearing their robes, they fluttering. It was terrifying.
So maybe we don't touch the ground then.
Maybe. I don't know what happens if you get to this pyramid without touching the ground.
How far can the flying carpet go up?
You don't know.
Pretty much unlimited, so I would have thought, well.
Maybe
Why
we should...
don't we just fly up to the fucking pyramid?
We could try. The other problem is if they have some kind of means of extracting us from their range, we fall a very long way and probably die.
I have this wand. I can turn us all into birds.
I'm a monk, and I remember that I can do things to not die when I fall.
I mean, from the height of the pyramid, I imagine it would.
Yeah,
you'd be
probably
dead no matter.
But
what.
but still, as an option, just to, I don't know, go to the top of it. Surely.
Don't forget as well that it's not like the Egyptian pyramids, it's the South American, so there's
Yeah, I know.
layers to it. I can't remember what they're called.
Stepped pyramid.
Stepped pyramids, yeah.
Or ziggurat.
Ziggurats, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So like you don't, if you could go to halfway up the pyramid if you wanted to.
But if we stop in the lobby, maybe they'll have a map of what's on the other floors.
Find a guide while we're there, shall we?
Like get a Disneyland map or something.
Literally. Maybe there's like a tour bus or something.
I'll pay.
Okay, but that is an option, that we don't touch actually down in the inner city. We just fucking fly to somewhere in the middle of the pyramid.
Yeah.
What? No, that's a dumb idea.
There's no such thing as a dumb idea.
What if one of us like established like that they're really curious about the cult and like what's in the pyramid, and like, oh man, it'd be crazy if I got recruited, and like, oh, my whole life's quest is about like seeking knowledge, and like secrets are just knowledge you haven't learned yet, and then like got recruited, and then just go from there.
Cool. So you go in and you get brainwashed, and we never get you back, and it's just the 2 of us just trying to fucking figure out what's going on.
Plus, one of the first things you have to do is probably lose an ear.
I've lost more than that. I can regrow a limb.
You two have no idea whether that's true or not.
No idea.
He does seem to have all his limbs, so seems to be true.
Anyway,
But like
not
I
an
said,
option.
not a good idea.
It's not an option. We're not gonna just use someone as bait. Not in that sense, anyway. I'm willing to use you as physical bait, but not as that bait.
Yeah, I go fishing with you.
I've never been bait before.
Oh, you've been bait before. You just don't remember.
Oh, wait. So if we fly in, which granted we're in the city already, or sorry, we're in the outer city already. So discretion here is probably a little warranted. I was going to say if we left again, I assume this letter is in and out as much as we feel like it letter, but I suppose we can test that. If we go back out just to test this rug, Because I don't know if trying something for the first time in a life or death situation is the best choice.
What are you talking about? It's the
And-
best time to test things. If it works, amazing. If it doesn't, you're dead anyway. It doesn't matter.
I think it'd draw more suspicion if we keep going in and out.
Agreed. What I'm wondering is if before we try and go up and just go straight to the pyramid, what if we just go up? Could be here, could be out in the outer ring. Just go up so that we can see over the wall a bit more. See how things are laid out. And test your wings, as it were, on the rug.
Go on.
Now you go.
I just wanted to ask, above table, how many things are actually in the sky that are flying?
Birds.
Yeah. So either way, if we do it inside the city, we're gonna attract attention.
That's kind of what Paulette has been saying. You know, if you're gonna fly, then nighttime's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can, if we want to practice like just using it briefly, we can go into one of the safe houses and just, try it a few feet off the air and work the same way at 100 feet or whatever, you'd imagine.
It'd be colder.
Yeah, but windy, you have to hold on tighter.
Above table, we don't want to go above 10,000 feet.
Yeah, but the pyramid is what, 900 feet tall or something?
Roughly.
And I don't know how to count 10,000, so don't worry about it.
How would you judge that?
One. Yeah.
Paulette is sort of sat there. She sits there quietly while you discuss.
So our mission is to get knowledge of what is in there, possibly physically retrieve something that's in there. So obviously, step one, well, let's not say step one, leave room for some preparatory steps. So step 5 is enter the pyramid.
Yes.
I'm just worried that we haven't done steps 1 through 4 yet, but I can't think of what they would be.
Well, I would recommend the first casualty of action is a plan. And if you're gonna go in, sure, have an idea of what you want to do. If your idea is to get in the pyramid, then maybe have that as your only goal.
You've had 2 tries. What was your plan both times?
See what I could see, but I couldn't fly.
But what if you could?
Then I would probably have done slightly less badly. If you're gonna go tonight, then maybe wait till dark. There's plenty to do in the outer city anyway.
Right, we need to see where these safe houses are in case we need to flee and
Yeah, I can show you. That's not a problem. And then maybe tonight make your way into the inner city, fly over, at least scout it. But if you're not going to touch the ground, then I don't see how they're going to swarm you.
True. Just I can fire things at range there.
Also, out of character, I have 2 potions of flying in my inventory. Who doesn't have one?
I don't have one.
No, I don't have one either, but
I know we had 3 total, so one of them must have. Because we should each have one on us as a parachute, I think. Yeah.
I will be fine, hopefully, if I remember.
Just be aware, I won't remind you.
I know.
It's up to you to remind yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Because, oops, that's the wrong button.
I mean, to be fair, I should go for the hat trick, right? Kill 3 monks in 3 games. All the time I'm playing a monk every time I die.
It's always happened, yeah. It's true.
So I have means to disguise myself to some degree.
So do I.
You've got the hat.
Mhm.
I can do it for an hour.
What do you have the wand of polymorph? Yeah.
I can just disguise myself. I also have the wand of polymorph.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's then for me to turn me into a butterfly again or something.
But there are other means of blending in, like buying some clothing. Do we want to go just buy some basic fancy clothing?
What to blend in here?
Yeah, just like
We got a permission slip to be here, though, haven't we? Doesn't matter too much. No one's really going to challenge us. If they do, boom, loud.
Does Saradur's celebrity status extend?
People are giving you looks as they walk by. No one's bothering you. It would be impolite. But, you know, the general public are sort of looking at the two of you anyway.
But in the course of our career doing sporting events, we've never been inside here.
No, you have.
Okay.
For the sort of higher tier events, generally are inside the outer city. And, you know, award ceremonies and stuff, and any actual recognition you gain is done. The ceremonies are in here for, like, the important people, you know?
So if we're drawing attention to ourselves, not just because of our clothing and armor not fitting in, then there's no reason to go buy clothes to blend in, because you two will still be recognizable. So we would depend on some form of disguise to just avoid attention as we wander the city.
Yeah, probably.
I can make myself look whatever I like, but if we do get stopped and they look at the note, they see a Saradur and then no Saradur.
Yeah, that's what my point was earlier. Why I was asking whether our names are on there. Because if we disguise and someone asks us, "Oh, who are you? Do you have the right to be here?" And they're like, "Why are you disguised? Why are you looking like yourself?" That's a problem.
I can make a duplicate of the document with 3 other names in it.
How about we don't risk that even more detection?
Okay. Well, I guess if
we are in here, we have the document to say we are okay to be in here. No one is going to, like, if someone asks us what is the reason why you're in here, we say, okay, there's some sort of event that's going on, we're meeting with sponsors, I don't know. That in this place, there's no point of us trying. We will put more attention on ourselves when we try to fit in instead of being ourselves.
What I'm worried about is another of Saradur's fans being a secret cult member.
That will happen regardless because they were in your head. It doesn't matter what we look like.
But while we're out here, for someone to see, like, oh, this is where their safe house is, let's follow them around here. But maybe there's no sense sneaking, because you're right that we're no longer in friendly territory. At best, neutral.
We weren't in friendly we were in friendly territory yesterday, and we still got attacked. It's like I just don't see a point wasting energy and maybe money and your potential spells trying to fit in out here when we can very much be ourselves and people be like, oh yeah, this is Saradur, this is Temerity, those are the athletes that we know about.
Aside from not wearing the same clothes, you don't stand out as you're not out of place in terms of status.
And even not wearing the same clothes is not going to matter that much, because occasionally people from the outer ring come in here anyway. For whatever reason, whether they're visiting someone, whether they have a special permit to do damage, to do trade is the word that I was looking for, and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't see a point disguising ourselves here.
Right. But what we should do is get to this safe house,
Yes.
practice with this flying carpet thing, and wait for nightfall, I guess. Unless then always to go to get anything shop wise, or but we got quite a lot last evening. I thought.
Come up with a plan of distraction potentially. That's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because the caravan is not for another week. So if we're attempting tonight,
Yeah.
still probably the eastern side would be the right way to approach it.
Yeah.
Although
I mean, it might be a more high alert, but they also might send more to the west anyway, and maybe some out to try to look for this other thing.
How does your head work? Quickly tell me about it.
The hat?
Yeah.
Hat of disguise.
You wear
I
it and
cast...
you basically just essentially cast disguise self on yourself.
Yeah.
and
Can you
not
make-
limited, it's
can you
not
make
limited
yourself-
times per day, right?
It's unlimited. It says, while wearing your hat, you can use the action to cast disguise self at will. But I've got to leave the hat on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Can you make yourself look like a certain person?
It's literally, yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disguise self. You can do what you can just literally. You can't. It's not like alter self. If someone touched you, they'd still feel Saradur, but you can look different. Pollitt kind of stands and begins walking down the road, and she starts talking about, like, there's two safe houses that are probably best. One that's hidden away. Yes. She leads you away down an alleyway, and this like in the outer ring, sorry, this kind of alleyway would look like really grimy, unclean, and unsanitary, but here it's still clean and immaculate, and there's almost no dust, let alone dirt or mud. And there's a stairway leading up the left-hand side of the alleyway that has a door that's kind of barred on the outside, and also like no windows along that wall. She says, "There's one up there. Not very nice inside, but it'll serve if you're in a pinch. Make sure you take note of where it is to get inside." And she kind of describes quite an intricate knocking pattern you have to do to unlock the door. It's difficult to remember, and she makes sure that you memorize it. She talks you through it 3 or 4 times. The next one is further over that way, and she leads you away, and you continue walking through the really open, spacious streets, and people keep giving you looks and kind of looking at you and saying, "Oh, celebrities, nice." And this time the safe house is actually quite a big sort of manor house looking type building, kind of hiding in plain sight type effect, she explained. And this one's kind of open, you can just go in if you need to, but there will probably be more people in there than just you, but all of them are partners.
This one seems good.
Comfortable, pleasant.
Bit more room to test out things.
How safe is it?
Safe enough. Safe as a safe house can be.
Which side of the pyramid are these two on?
You're still on the same side, so you're more south, sort of southwards than west now. But southwest. But the shadow is kind of still away from you, still in a light part of the city. And you've always got a sight, like always got a view of the pyramid from wherever you are in the city at this point.
Are there any safe houses closer to the east side were we to enter and need to flee from that side?
I'd have to look into it. I don't operate on that side of the city much, but I can let you know.
So that knock again was... Yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. That should do it. I'm glad you're learning. And so are you guys going to settle down in the safe house and practice with your carpet?
Think so.
Cool. As you head into the safe house, there's 4 or 5 other people there, varying races, sizes, and sort of states of consciousness, but no one really acknowledges you. They just kind of leave you be. And you find a section of the manor house that's closed off, almost like apartments, and someone points you in that direction. That one's free. And you go in, and it's like pretty nicely furnished, separate from the rest of them, quite quiet. And then there's also an access to a back garden, sort of lawn, plants, bushes and shrubs and all sorts. About as private as you could probably get in a city like this, while still having a view of the pyramid, of course. But today we'll end there, I think. And we'll continue with your practice and infiltration next week. Good job, guys. You didn't die.
Close.
Well,
not close.
Temerity must have been pretty close.
A couple of times, I think. We're not sure about next week.
We are not playing next week.
Oh, I can't do Saturday.
Okay. It's not just me then, good.
About to say as well.
That's okay. So we're not playing next week. There will still be Scares of Destiny on Tuesday. Furious has expanded his days off now. He's working for the rest of the year. It's D&D every day now. But Scouts of Destiny will return on Tuesday. This episode will be on YouTube on Wednesday. So if you missed any of it, feel free to check it out. And yeah, so no game, no D&D next week. We'll probably do like some kind of game. We'll still stream, I think. Just won't be D&D. Kind of like we did the other week. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chatting and resubscribing, everyone, and following, and much appreciated. And yeah, we'll see you guys. No D&D next week because people are away. But we will see you on Tuesday. There was D&D on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your day / night, everyone. We do appreciate you. And yeah. Do we have a raid, Yathina?
Yep.
There we go. We'll do that then. So yeah. Once the timer runs down, we'll go there. Feel free to say hello to them. Shout us out. And goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.